which is pretty cool.
False, I fixed that
Classic.
yesterday.
Did you fix it
Classic
already? I
Mr.
couldn't
White.
remember if you got it in time.
How
I
did he
did.
get? I've missed so much.
So, here's the gist of what happened. I'm going to summarize it real quick. You guys started traveling north across the sea towards Saznak, because you're going to go beat up Azadirith and retake Gale's homeland. As you were traveling, you found a bunch of wreckage and flotsam and debris that kind of indicates that some shit went down on the ocean somewhere. And that's normal, but there was a lot of it, and it was kind of following ocean currents, and you guys followed it back until you found a literal hole in the sea. A place where water is kind of falling in on itself, and it's just pouring down into a hole in the middle of the ocean. And that's not good. That's not normal. Suspecting that the mind flayers were involved, you guys kind of did a bit of a stakeout until you eventually observed some seagulls fly into an invisible nothing, get zapped, and fall dead into the ocean, kind of confirming, like, yeah, there's probably an invisible nautiloid over there. So then, I think Moat was the one who kind of captained the ship stealthily through the clouds to get above it, dropped Flick and Gale down in kind of a Mission Impossible spy attack while they were invisible, with the Elemental Devastation Orb, which Gale then used, teleporting into the ship's force field, set it off, and then teleported out. Basically kind of setting off a bomb on the inside of an eggshell of this force field that the Nautiloid was using to protect itself. It was utterly destroyed, fell into the ocean, and is now part of all the debris that is everywhere. Then you guys were like, let's go check out this hole at the bottom of the sea and see what the fuck they were actually up to. Where you discovered that there were some devices down there suggesting that there's more mind flayers deeper down in this cave system, doing some shady stuff. It's hard to say what. And when you went to go investigate, you were attacked by a handful of very large worm-like aberration creatures, one of which feeble-minded giant dragon Neo, but he was fixed by Nomad right at the end. And right where we left off was at the end of that combat, when you heard a voice coming from deeper down in these caverns that was like, hello, is somebody up there? And that's like right where we left off. Oh wait, there's one important detail. As you guys landed, Ace felt something weird that nobody else felt. Kind of a tingle at your fingertips, a little bit at the back of your neck and the tips of your toes. You've been around a lot of magic. It feels like there's some sort of magical aura or force field or emanation, something very powerful, and it's bizarre to you that only you feel it.
Okay, I have one question.
Yes.
Do I have my goddamn forklift?
That is up to you. You certainly could if you wanted it.
Yes, I want this forklift to be there. I need to use it in combat now.
I forgot you got this thing like actually tricked out for combat. Yeah.
It's got like hydraulics, so like it can like do that up and down thing that cars do. I mean, it just levitates, so but. All right,
Very
cool.
important.
Sounds. Do we recognize the voice?
Boy. Give me. I don't
Introduced itself as Jeffrey.
know. Yeah, you like asked what its name was, and it's like I'm Jeffrey. Hello. But I don't know. Give me an investigation check. You don't recognize the voice, but you would be able to tell that it's coming from a very small humanoid. And with a 26, an advantage on humanoids, you would probably be able to even piece together that it's Grung, which kind of tracks because you've seen the dead bodies of Grungs all throughout the debris and wreckage. The vibe that some of you were getting, and I don't want to confirm or deny too much, is that there are palm trees. There are signs that there was land here at one point, but it is all gone. And among all of that wreckage were bodies of Grung. So it tracks that there would be Grung down here, possibly.
Hello, Jeff. Are you in need of assistance?
Well, this is telepathic, I assume. Yeah. Oh my God. Where are you? Yes, maybe. I don't know what's going on, but oh, I think I'm dead.
Based on the location of your voice, you are this direction. What, beneath us?
That didn't make sense. I think I'm in a cave. I think I'm dead. Are you an angel?
Hard to explain.
I don't think your telepathy works on dead things, so I think that proves he's alive.
It does work on undead.
Does it?
I don't see why not.
I don't know. Sometimes spirits can't get caught. I don't know.
Spirits are specifically like open to psychics.
I had to check this, by the way. I do think telepathy works on, like, undead and things. I don't know.
They're creatures, right?
Yeah.
As long as they have a language, really.
Is a soul a creature?
Yeah.
I mean, a zombie
Ghost is-
definitely is. A ghost
But a zombie,
is.
but isn't like a zombie like a soulless creature?
A zombie also doesn't have a language.
I was going to say,
That-
zombies are unintelligent.
It wouldn't.
so-
It wouldn't work in a zombie because they have no language.
Hmm.
Like I couldn't even like do anything to an animal. I could do a giant owl because giant owl has the language giant owl, so
not-
I can technically communicate
Not
with
in
them.
my world, because that's fucking stupid. Giant owls are just big owls over here. I hate to break
Giant
it to you.
eagles don't have a language either. Wow, fact.
That's some Tolkien shit, and I will not stand for it.
It's honestly kind of racist.
That some giant birds have a language.
I've never understood. I get it. It's fantasy. Maybe the eagles talk or some shit.
Well,
I don't know.
that's because the eagles in Tolkien are actually a race. They're not just eagles. They're actually like a race that's been around, like elves and whatnot. That are
They're like Aarakocra, but like not people shaped.
Imagine going to the link to make a sentient animal race, but then not making them hot.
You have to understand.
I'm sure that to others of their species they're pretty hot.
I mean, fine, I guess, but Tolkien was only into, like, old dudes, so, like, I guess he wouldn't get it. Did you know Aragorn is in his 80s?
Yeah, he's old
It
as
is.
shit. He's part elf and part
There's-
Numenorian.
There's like that whole scene in the movies where he's talking to Eowyn, and she's like,
It-
"You can't
also
be
like the whole-
60."
Look at this guy watching the movies and paying attention to the lore.
Right, it's like the whole point of his character is that
Yeah,
he's
it's like
old
the
as
whole
shit, but he's still young.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lord of the Ring. Go check it out, guys, if you've never heard of this cult classic.
Spoiler alert! No.
Ew, I feel old.
Did you know it's like? I mean, it's like that movie's like 20 years old. It's old enough that it actually is like an old movie now.
Wasn't Elijah Woods like 17 or something when he was in that movie?
Yeah, and he's still like 18 or 19. Yeah.
Yeah,
He hasn't aged.
All of the actors I knew as a child are the same age as they were before.
I mean, was it the person who played Gandalf, Ian something? He's like
Ian
doesn't
McKellen.
look. He doesn't look any different.
He's still
He's always been old.
Yeah, exactly.
He was born 80.
I think so.
Hasn't aged in 80 years.
He still looks like Magneto.
He's got like
Yeah.
Benjamin Button disease, except he was born old and he just kind of stayed
Apparently,
old.
he like kept the like buff suit from Magneto, and he just like wears it around sometimes around his house.
I mean,
It's
what
true.
I fucking.
I would do the same thing. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I like being buff today. Let's go. All right, let's go follow this voice.
I was gonna say, I think I did this last time, but there were no like tracks of mind flayers about, right? We looked for that and didn't find it.
There are no tracks of mind flayers, but you did do survival and were able to determine for sure that there were tracks from these aberrant snake things that seem to go deeper into the
Can I
tunnels.
do my ping?
You can and you have. There were initially something in the ballpark of like 60-something just various aberrations out in the ocean. There were like a good 20 to 25 on the ship that you guys destroyed, including one elder brain that you guys just fucking wrecked with the devastation orb.
You have to understand, Gale broke a record
He did. He
of most kills.
several records, most kills, like most damage, most encounters bypassed. He
Most layers destroyed.
most hours spent on maps not used.
Most innocents killed.
I don't know if they're well.
There are definitely a few innocents on that ship that I was just like, well, let's
yeah,
take them.
yeah, that's.
They didn't have names, so they don't really matter.
It really depends on
Didn't see
how
their bodies.
directly the killing has to be, because
But you were also.
How
able
many
to
rests
more.
have I missed?
A lot, like a full week plus a couple.
Full week, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That means
Fully
I'm
rested.
full. Okay.
Yeah, you are extremely full on all of your resources. You did do more pings and were able to determine that there are 4 things down here that remain after killing all those things.
Gotcha. Any humanoids?
4 aberrations, I should say. You ping for humanoids and do not discover any humanoids.
Intrigue.
I have a question about our long rest.
Sure.
Was it because I remember using 8th level spell slot to open a demi-plane so we could access our treasure? And we had enough rest to be completely restored, but not to the point where I've regained like my long rest resources, right?
Yeah, we had a long rest.
Yeah, you guys had like a full week plus some days of downtime, so you should be like full.
Oh, so I have my 9th level spell.
I believe so, yeah.
I just removed it for no reason.
Did,
Okay.
we end up using my Skyride ability? I remember there was talk about it, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Yeah.
we just don't know what the wording is because you weren't around.
Okay, I forget
It was
a lot of things.
It was something to the effect of like, "This is the fate that befalls you if you keep up that slavery."
Oh yeah.
Basically trying to spook people out of slavery.
All right. Something like your mom's disappointed in you if you keep doing slavery. That'll learn them, right?
Knowing now that I have a 9th level spell slot and an 8th level spell slot, can I do my prepared spells?
Yeah, that's fine. But
We actually had the time to prepare it
Sure.
before we got here.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
And for what it's worth, I think you spent one night just staking out over the ocean. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. We
Yeah.
had to stake out.
Yeah, it's reasonable to have like some water themed stuff prepared if you need it.
I don't need water thieves. I already have them prepared. They're rituals, right?
Oh right, yeah, that's fair. All the important ones are rituals.
In fact, I cast them all immediately.
All right. As you begin to chase this voice down into the depths of the caves, you are kind of reinforced with the idea that there was some sort of massive devastation or carnage that has happened. Ace, you're familiar enough with this environment, and Nomad as well, to kind of get a sense for what has happened here. You have breached down into a cave system that probably eventually leads to the Underdark, but it is just a normal cave system for now. However, the breach was caused by some massively devastating weapon that seemed to have basically vaporized an island that was above it. You can tell that the earth here, once kind of poked up out of the ocean, it was a small island. One of many little, just kind of, desert islands in the middle of the sea, kind of to the south of Saznak, that can be found occasionally. They usually have very small populations of, like, Sowagan or Grung or Kubatoa, or these, like, little, just kind of isolated tribes of people.
So, is there any evidence of what it was? Is there like any scorching, any magical residue left behind?
There is.
Or is it just like
You found little bits of residue of this kind of purple fire that seems resilient even against water. And it lines up with the beam weapons that you've seen the Nautiloids use.
so they use like a death like a what's that thing called? Death Star. They use like a Death Star type thing where they just like blasted it.
Yeah, not nearly as powerful as the Death Star itself, but something along those lines. Some big radiant laser.
Or would it have been
weapons.
like convergence of lots of Nautiloid beams?
Um,
Or more like an Avatar The Last Airbender where they just like the Fire Nation just kind of
give me an investigation check to figure out if it's like one big one or several mini ones working, or several smaller ones working together. With a 33, you would actually be able to determine from the angle of attack from a couple of these things near the center that there definitely were multiple ships involved, multiple beams. You guys have only found and destroyed the one, and you staked out for like an entire night. You feel like if there were more, you probably have a decent chance of spotting them. And importantly, your aberration ping has not turned up anything unexpected in the skies above you. But it does seem to you that this destruction was caused by multiple beams, presumably from multiple ships.
the ship that we did find. Was I able to pick it up and see it with my true sight?
You were able to pick it up. You were never able to see it with your true sight, but only because it has a range of 120, which you never got within that range.
Understood.
However, as you begin to kind of trek through all of this ruin instruction towards the voice, you eventually find a little pool or pond, not too deep after you go in there, where you can see more wreckage, bits of what appears to be like a little fishing hut that was just absolutely engulfed and destroyed by this destruction, swept down into the cave system, and then thrown against this little inlet where it's kind of battered against a bunch of stalactites and stalagmites. You can see that there are mostly material goods that are destroyed down here, but in the middle of all of it, there is a body of a grung. A little big for a grung, but still no more than just a couple feet tall. Kind of red and black speckled, very dead. His arm is kind of twisted in an uncomfortable way. He's got a very serious wound in the center of his chest where a beam of wood is just kind of impaled straight through him.
Oh, he's doing Pilates.
Yeah, but you can see that kind of standing over it with his arms kind of crossed in front of him and this concerned and furrowed brow looking down at his own body is a ghost that bears the exact same shape, although it's translucent and colorless, of a grung, who looks up at you and is like, oh, there you are. Hey, it occurred to me as you were coming down here, did you guys do all this? Should I be worried about you?
Oh no, it was like this when we got here. Promise.
Yeah? Yeah?
My apologies, we seem to have arrived
Yeah.
rather late.
Well, I mean, it's... I don't know, it's a bit of a bummer. I had plans.
You do appear to be dead, however.
Yeah, no, I can see. And he like looks at his hands, and then he looks at that's me. I mean, I know me like the back of me, and it's, oh boy, I don't remember it. It's kind of nice. I don't think I would want to remember what happened here.
Do you have a last will and testament?
What the fuck is that?
Ace seems to raise that.
Ace, what's up?
Is he like a ghost, or is he just like?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
he just like okay? So
He's a full on. I mean, at this
How-
glance, give me a religion check.
How did he avoid the things?
Delightful question. Do you ask him?
Sure, I don't use the word of the things. I say what it actually is, but I forget what it's called.
You ask if he how he avoided the Elbrot mines, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
How did you keep your soul here and not get this? Can you not feel your soul getting sucked?
Not feeling my soul getting. Is this like a weird proposition? Are you like ghost hunter, kinksters or something? I don't know. What is this?
Did you say religion?
Sure. If you're trying to determine the exact nature of this ghost or whatever,
Can I help him?
sure, go for it.
Can I take second?
Sure, go for it. I'm coming around on letting everybody do checks. I think the answer to
Not
that is
me.
to just make the DC harder, but I don't know.
No,
Nah.
that doesn't account for RNG.
Yeah, I think the problem is just that the D20 is such a big deal, and I wish that proficiency mattered more.
Yeah, look, I rolled a 3.
Right.
Isn't that beautiful?
There's no reason that Nomad and Moat shouldn't win this, but the D20 is the only thing that matters. Anyway, it's fun to roll dice.
Do you guys think that it's just that the Albrot mind is full?
Oh man, no.
Did they have a capacity?
Hell's
I'd
full,
be-
guys.
Didn't we empty them?
No, but we explicitly know that they do have a capacity that they can reach.
Yeah, but then don't they just go to a different one?
I know that they
If
go to
there's one close
Legion.
enough.
Yeah, Legion's been sucking them up recently. Is why we're trying to kill him.
But then why wasn't he sucked up by
Maybe
what?
Legion's full.
I might be a cultist here, but I think something is keeping him here.
All of you are able to determine that this is a ghost of some sort. Ace,
Ghosts aren't real.
Ace and Nomad would probably be able to suss out that there's a lot of reasons that ghosts can form. Usually it's because they have a lot of pent-up anger or unfinished business that is keeping them tethered to this plane that is so fiercely, and this is true even while the Albrot mines have existed. Sometimes a thing is just so spiteful or upset when it dies that it refuses to kind of let go of the material plane, and it lingers until its business is finished.
Some kind of revenant?
Yeah,
or something?
sometimes like the form of a revenant, or sometimes even just the form of a shade or a specter, where you don't move on until your business is dealt with. Both of you would kind of note, and then I guess this is more of an interpersonal thing than a religion check, but it tracks even with those numbers. Jeffrey doesn't seem angry. He doesn't seem upset. He doesn't seem like he has unfinished business, at least not at first glance. So your guess is that he's just like a ghost, and it's not entirely clear what is keeping him tethered here.
Yeah, he also doesn't seem to really know how business works. He doesn't know what a last month testament is.
I'd be
Do
more
Gron
inclined to
have,
think
like-
that there's no mind for him to go to. If Legion came down here and gobbled up the mind, what was here, then now all the souls down here don't got nowhere to go.
Then why doesn't he pass on? It doesn't make sense.
I think that's kind of irrelevant at this point.
Can't.
Jeffrey,
Oh,
Jeffers?
yes. Yeah, oh, you remembered. Thank you. Yeah.
Um,
I've been so rude. What are all your names? God, you lose your life once and you just, all the manners out the window, you know.
Can I make an insight check on whether the spirit has like any ulterior motive?
Sure, go for it.
Can I jump in on that? Similar to when I was talking to Nordo from the Crosswinds, am I talking to an actual spirit, or is this something else?
Sure. You can do,
I'm assuming my true sight doesn't give anything.
True sight reveals exactly what you see. No tricks like that. But that was also. Did you? I can't remember if you got it in the Albert Mind. I'm not going to give info. Yeah, insight is good. You could also give me an investigation if you're specifically trying to discern like illusory qualities, arcane qualities, thing like that.
Moat's not into illusions.
That's fair.
Moat's like, is this a ghost or not?
Okay. And then also before we move on, is this what the hand raise is for, or do you have something else?
No, I would like to divine sense if I might.
Excellent. You immediately discern that there are two undead standing in front of you, where Jeffrey's at.
Okay. Two?
Two.
Is he above his body?
Yeah.
It's, importantly, because this is what I was looking for, it's not hollowed here.
You are. Oh my God. No. You do not. There's no hallowed ground within 30 feet of you. And
60? If that matters.
60. Does it go? Let me go read this real quick before I get.
Sorry, I had. Let me post it.
Sure. Same radius. You also the president. Yeah, that part is not affected. Within the edges, at the edges of your 60-foot range, you did detect that beyond, somewhere deeper in the cave, there is hallowed ground. You're not currently in it, but it is close enough that your divine sense picks up on it.
Okay.
There is hallowed ground nearby. And yes, you do detect two undead creatures, one of which is very obviously the ghost that you're looking at, and the other appears to be the body that he's standing over.
I'll just kind of nudge people and pass that along. Like
Yep.
the body's undead.
You study carefully, Ace, and don't see any signs of illusion. Everything appears to be normal. Everything kind of tracks, or as normal as it can be in this situation. And then with the insight checks, he is a little confused. He's a little eccentric. But you don't... There's no obvious telltale signs that he's fucking with you or that he's trying to keep a story going. He seems just kind of too shell-shocked and confused to really even be able to hold together a scheme like that.
Have you seen any mind flayers?
What the fuck's that?
Anyone what looks like him, and I'll point at Nomad.
Nomad
Oh,
looks
I
like
guess someone
Sauron
has a
right now.
helmet
looks like
on,
Sauron.
yeah.
I think I have minor illusion. I could be
He's
wrong.
actually switched out his helmet recently. He's wearing the mask, so he just takes the mask off.
Oh shit! Not in a long time. When I was just a wee little kid, we went a little too deep down into the caves one time, and there were like a bunch of them, but we're not supposed to go down there. But no, not recently. You think they did this?
Yes. Anyways, you said the cave is down that way?
Well, I mean, that's not the cave where I saw. There's caves there were caves all over. Now it's
You guys have anything like hidden treasure, hidden sacred areas, like places of interest
well.
that aren't blown up?
And he's glancing to the right, deeper down into this cave. I'm dead, and he kind of like does a weird religious sign. But like, I did have a job to do, and do you think it? I have an ethical question, just a hypothetical. Is it important that you keep doing your job even after you're dead?
Nah, I think at that point you're like, it's like marriage, you're just free.
You're free, like till death do you part, sort of deal.
I mean, are you getting paid?
I was never getting paid. I was doing it for the love of the well, I was doing it for the love of the community. What if the whole community is also dead?
I mean,
Do
Wait.
you want vengeance? I guess.
Vengeance. I don't even know against who. I mean,
do you want us to go? Found it. You said that you're the guard here, right? Well, may we pass through, please, to go investigate and possibly stop whatever is happening from happening to other people?
Maybe. Okay, alright, listen, you seem swell. Maybe. A couple of you give me persuasion checks to appear friendly to this dude. To make a good first impression.
I would love to do a persuasion
Please, Mo, please
check.
do it. I can't do it. Wait, I actually have a +1. It's not negative. I'm not playing Nietzsche right now.
Alright. Yeah, you all seem swell. You've been real kind to me, and,
Wait, why is that D20 a 0?
I see 17.
I do too.
I see 17 plus
Yeah,
17 for
17.
24.
Okay, something's going wrong on my end then. Continue.
Why does it show? Huh.
I know that if I saw a ghost, I would just kind of freak out, and you guys have been very pleasant, so, I'll tell
Do you want to come with us? You should be like a tour guide?
Sure, I guess. And he starts to walk over in the direction, he's going to show you where to go. And then he stops, he's on a leash suddenly.
Should we take your body with us too?
Turns around. You're like, oh shit! I didn't know that this was going to be it. Oh fuck! And you see that as he begins to kind of step away, and after this tether yanks, one of the hands of the body kind of jerks up suddenly. He's like, oh shit! Oh, is that? Oh fuck! Oh no! Do you think that's a zombie?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my forklift and I'm going to just pick it up, and I'm gonna keep it so that it's a few.
moving.
I'm gonna keep it so that it's a few feet from the bottom of the forklift, so it can't actually touch it. And I'm just gonna slowly drive around. Oh, I got it.
Jeffrey. Oh, it's okay. Do you see that, as you go over there with the forklift, this thing does kind of, twist its head around and snaps its neck back into place, and it tries to, straighten its jaw out. And as you approach, it kind of, it, tries to reach out and grab you.
Should we, kill it?
I'm above it with my forklift.
Well, no,
so
you don't need to hurt it. It's, maybe, if you feel like you need to, I guess, but he doesn't mean any harm. He's just confused, hey, Jeffrey, settle down.
Hey, how damaged is his body?
His arm is real fucked up. His neck is twisted at a bad angle until he just untwisted it. But most grievously, there is a large beam that is just going straight through his chest.
Oh,
Yeah.
like an iron beam.
Like-
Or
Like
it's
a beam.
a wooden beam.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I guess I can just pick that up.
Well, there are other grung bodies around here, right?
You've seen some out on the surface of the sea, and you saw a few down in the caves behind you.
Cool.
But only this one here.
All right. How much do we care about Jeffrey?
It'd be nice to have a tour guide.
This isn't going to be like a quick fix. But do we care?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're gonna do.
Well, I'm thinking
Specific.
we have his soul. We have a body that is pretty damaged, but we have a bunch of other bodies. So I'm thinking possibly somebody with a bit more medical experience could Frankenstein his body back together, and then I can use the Semblance engine to put his soul back into his body.
I can patch up the body. I think it looks pretty nasty, but
Yeah, do you want to try replacing some of the organs with some of the other grung bodies?
Oh boy.
You are a
This is
very
like-
trained medical professional. You don't think the body is going to be easily salvageable without some heavy duty magic.
Well, don't
So we use
underestimate
a little
them.
magic, but we have some bodies. We can do some organ transplants. It's not like it needs to be living until his soul's in it. Be as rough as we want with this body currently.
Is that how the Semblance
Yeah.
works? You can just put your soul into anything, even if it's not alive?
Sure.
The body does need to be able to function though.
it seems to me as if we put this feller's soul back in his body while it's in this here condition, or even if we sew some other feller's stomach in there, probably ain't going to be a real comfortable existence for him.
Well, that's why we heal him after he's got a soul in there.
Gale rolled like a 50-something on his How Does the Semblance Engine Work check. You would be aware that you can only move souls between bodies. And there is a certain point where a corpse is so incapable of holding a thing that it is more an object than a body.
First of all, that is not true. Secondly,
Toto.
well, Toto, but also Baira didn't have a body.
Oh, it wasn't constructs made specifically for holding spirits, though.
True.
She was in a ball. That is not a body.
That was
Wasn't
a
it-
construct made specifically for holding a soul, though.
You could potentially make a construct specifically for this purpose.
Fine, carry on.
It might be doable.
Seems a little easier to me to just carry the body on with us. And it's kind of spitting and hollering at us, but it doesn't seem like it's going to do us any harm.
Okay, he's got a forklift.
Okay. Give me something to transport this zombie with the forklift without the zombie being able to fight back.
So the forklift doesn't physically have to touch it. It is a tractor beam. Can I not keep it? Can I not literally keep it?
Oh my god, is
like-
this a thing you actually have? Did I give this to
Fucking
you?
tractor beam. It's
Like-
so cool.
This is forklift.
That is how I understood it to be. Otherwise, it.
Oh yeah, you're totally right. Okay, shit. You know what? Do you have vehicles proficiency?
No.
Give me, oh my god, give me intelligence, dex, or wisdom. Your choice.
Also, who isn't confident in their
In what sense?
intelligence saves?
Give me either intelligence, dexterity, or wisdom to try to finagle this forklift beam in such a way that you can kind of like keep this zombie with you, but at bay from danger.
Isn't there a? Okay.
Like it absolutely is a tractor beam. It's not made for like grappling a wriggling creature, but you might be able to do it with some finesse.
Oh wait, I meant to do. It should be 2 higher. I meant to do it as Dex, which is higher, so 11.
All right, let's see how this thing does.
Unless someone can help me, but
Let's see. Oh, they're not great at this. Okay. So, the body slowly creaks up, and it like topples over a few times because this giant beam that weighs twice as much as it does keeps causing it to topple over. And eventually, you just kind of wedge the tractor beam and a couple of the spokes around this beam in such a way that the body is just kind of suspended in the middle of all of it. And he swings his arms around, but he's not able to actually reach anything or do any sort of trouble. And you start towing around the body of Jeffrey Zombie. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Really, I didn't know that this was going to be a thing. I would have warned you. I didn't.
oh nonsense, it's fine.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyway, I was supposed to
I'm
protect.
also going to cast gift of whatever on me. I don't remember what it's called, but I have it doing it online just so I have a bit boost to my initiative. It's not concentration, so
Excellent.
Yeah, it's 8 hours.
And then Mo, what's up?
We kind of covered it in a couple different ways, but I'll ask anyway. Do I know anything about a body? Boy, how do I phrase this? Do I know anything about a body dying and the soul being like separated from the physical body, but like not separated entirely? Is there a reason this ghost is here? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Boy, with your what was your religion check? It was pretty good. It was like a 21, 15. With a 15, most of the time, boy, with a 15, you would definitely know that both ghosts and zombies obviously exist. A ghost is typically the result of the soul willfully trying to linger behind and get something taken care of. Where a zombie is usually the result of a body being exposed to necromantic energy. It is kind of brainless. It's more of just a magical force that is animating the body, rather than any sort of active, thoughtful thing. You would know that the presence of undead is known to sometimes cause a zombification effect in nearby corpses. This is how, like, wights work. This is how a lot of liches function. Is they summon a bunch of necromantic energy and all the nearby corpses animate. It's kind of one of the premises behind summon undead, and animate dead, and some other similar spells. It is possible that the necromantic energy of a ghost approaching its own body could cause the body to reanimate as a zombie. Although that is kind of rare, because usually the body of a dead person is buried and the ghost goes wherever it wants. Plausible,
Okay.
but you've never really heard of anything like it.
Follow-up question, if I may.
Sure.
Given that I know there's consecrated ground within whatever 60 feet of me, does this seem... Boy, this is a stretch and a half. Does it seem like a Zuano move to not let a soul completely separate from the body to keep it from the Elbrat mind?
Boy. Give me a separate religion check for that one. We're on a newish topic. Quite the opposite, you would think. You're not entirely 100% sure of Zuanu's feelings about the Elbrat mind, but you do know that he does not like undeath. He does not like souls that linger. He doesn't like ghosts. He doesn't like zombies. Very similar to kind of the Raven Queen philosophy. You're pretty sure that this would upset him tremendously.
Okay. That is it. Thank you.
All right. Jeff's like, so I was the lesser sanctuary guard. I was supposed to guard this door, just right up ahead over here. And he starts to kind of lead you down through this cave, kind of pointing the way as you forklift his body around.
What's a sanctuary for?
It's just a really nice place. It's very well protected. There's some shiny things in there that are written in a language that we think came from the gods. Or at least that's what we suspect. And then we meet here every 2 weeks, and we sing, and we have our mating rituals, and it's kind of, it's like our holy place,
So you guys just like sing into some orgies and just call it a week?
Yeah, that's basically the idea, Anyway, I was on guard duty. Bit of a bummer, that all of this... you go through your whole life not thinking very much about how you're going to die or what's going to happen afterwards, but kind of sucks. Dying on the job, and not even at the fun part of the job. Like, if it had been orgy night or something, and I was stuck forever in eternity with, like, all the ghosts of my orgy friends, that'd be different. But, like, stuck on guard duty for all of eternity. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you, by the way, for moving my body. I wouldn't want to stay.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, you don't have to be a guard for eternity if you don't want to.
Well, it's kind of who I am, It's Jeffrey the guard. Everybody knows Jeffrey and Bubbles. You'll meet Bubbles, by the way. He's in here.
What should we know about Bubbles?
He is kind of like he's the major guard deity. I say deity. He's not actually a god. He's just a very big frog. But he watches over. He makes sure that the place stays safe. He eats all of the cave crickets and sometimes the bigger creatures that try to bust into the cave. One time we found him with a bullet that he had caught. That would have really disrupted the orgy, He just keeps it safe, He's the big guardian.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Super friendly. He'll recognize me. You guys will love him. Don't worry. And he kind of eventually leads down to a door.
A door with writing on it?
It does not have any writing on it, but it does have a very old and worn symbol. You can also tell that there's a faint magical aura that comes off of it with some just very, very primitive abjuration.
What does the symbol look like?
The symbol appears to be that of... Double-checking a thing.
A spider web with an eye?
It is not a spider web with an eye, thankfully.
Okay.
What? Oh, right. my god, this is going to drive me crazy. What did I set this to?
Also, side question.
Yes.
Do I have a sprite for my forklift?
Oh my god.
It's fine if I don't.
Let me see what I can find. Hang on.
It's not that deep. The symbol's more important.
Similar vein, could I have taken at some point 10 minutes to resummon my mount down here with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Theoretically, you could have like done it on the ship or something too.
Does anyone else?
Yeah, just at some point.
Does anyone else want to have like a gift of? Does anyone else want some cocaine?
Me and Gail already have cocaine because I have cocaine.
Because it just costs mana. It's practically free.
I would like some mana and/or cocaine.
Here, you get some cocaine. So you have advantage on initiative. Or not advantage. You have plus a D8 to your initiative.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this
Anyone
feels
else?
very similar to another effect.
I guess
Oh, wait.
technically it's better than advantage, is it? Because advantage adds like
kinda
average of
depends.
+5.
Probably about the same then, because the average D8 is 5.
I have no nose. I don't actually know how to.
The
Snort.
Just rub it into your beak.
Okay.
So the symbol etched on this is very faint and old. And actually, give me an investigation check real quick. The first and most obvious one, the thing that appears at first glance, is a sphere with a bunch of geometric patterns on it, some of which kind of branch out into like wings or leaves or branches. And several of you have rolled high enough on religion to immediately recognize this as the holy symbol of Seira, the goddess of life. However, with a 30, you do kind of notice something that is odd, because it appears to be older. It is almost like it was like this new symbol was etched on top of an old one. And the old one appears to just be kind of a banner. I'm going to kind of draw it out because it's hard to describe it.
Also, Vasu, do you want any cocaine?
Drugs are impure for the body. But yeah, I'll take some.
Okay.
Kind of like that, behind the newer symbol, which is kind of like a sphere with some leaves and wings sticking out of it.
Is there any writing on it?
There is no writing that you can make out.
If I rub my fingers over it, do I feel like there's still something there? It's just maybe just worn out?
It's very worn. It's almost imperceptible. But with a 30, you can tell that it used to be engraved for sure.
Hey, do you think we could mend it?
Good try.
Someone who I don't have mending, so.
It only takes
I-
an action.
Don't know if this character has mending.
He used to,
No,
unless
that
he's-
does.
You have multiple characters. Maybe he does. I feel like you've mended before.
So I feel like most
I mean, you
mended-
have mending for sure, but I think I've mended.
I remember remote mending when we were riding that broken
Yeah, yeah.
ship down the river that one time.
I
I'll
have
do it.
mending.
Thanks.
Sweet. There you go, Mo.
Gale kind of comes up to this thing and casts mending, and you do see that some of the metal begins to reform a little bit. The engravements become a little bit sharper. You can see decades or even centuries of wear kind of begin to wash away, leaving sharper images. And what you find is it's bizarre. The mending applies to all of it equally, but you can see that the banner in the background seems to be restored more. And it becomes clear to you between Gale's mending and your 30 investigation, this was all carved at the same time. The banner behind it had been intentionally kind of rubbed out through constant years and decades of what appears to be manual rubbing. Like people would reach up here and kind of smudge it a bit. Possibly as part of some sort of a ritual, possible it was like a tradition, it's hard to say. But if for some reason people would rub the banner parts of this and not the rest of the symbol, and that caused it to get more worn down over time.
Does that
People were getting slammed against that banner.
Oh yeah, they were. Jeffrey.
Yes,
Joffrey?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Do you guys rub that?
What? Rub the door?
Yeah.
Not really. To let people in, oh, this is going to be tricky. On his wrist there, and he kind of points at the flailing zombie on the forklift. That little bangle, the bracelet, just hold it to the door.
Oh.
real quick.
Yes, what's up?
As Jeffrey is leading everyone down that hallway, I'm going to hang back just a little bit until he's out of earshot and I can get some silence. And then just listen and look down these little halls, see what I can see down this way.
Yeah, this just leads back up to the previous map. It is the 3 holes at the bottom here that lead down into this cave system.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Got it. Anything of interest in this pool of water over here?
Give me perception or investigation. Either one's fine. Net 2031. Boy, it's a damn shame. You search very thoroughly. You take a very good look around for anything that could be useful, anything that would point out some clues. Unfortunately, there's just nothing to find. You find wreckage of what appears to be a fishing shack that definitely wasn't down here. It was blown in from the surface. And for what it's worth, you find a really good set of fishing tackle in that fishing hut.
Cool.
That seems like it could be useful, but there's nothing to be found in here, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's fine. Also looking for like signs of danger or movement or anything following us or anything like that.
Right.
Do I feel?
You would find signs that these weird aberrant snake things have come and gone, for sure. More of those tracks.
Right.
Then, Moat, what's up real quick?
Okay, sorry, I know I missed last week. I don't know where we are in the world, but does this area have any significance particularly to Saira, or is that just kind of she happens to be here?
Give me a religion check, or a history check, but religion will get you more. None that you're aware of, and as far as you can tell, this area doesn't have a ton of significance to anyone or anything. You
Okay.
guys are currently just in the middle of the ocean, about a day and a half or 2 days south of Saznak. There are, again, occasional dotted, just little desert islands here and there. But this is not like a populated area. It's, apart from weird desert islands, nothing is here. You're in the middle of the dangerous ocean.
Cool, thank you.
Yep. And then Ace, what's up?
How easily do I think it might be to use my forklift to just like nudge this corpse against the door?
It seems doable. You could certainly try.
What would trying involve before I do? Like how difficult is it going to be?
A fairly simple dexterity check, like a DC 5. It's a roll to make sure you don't nat 1 sort of deal.
I like the mods.
All right.
Why would you say that out loud?
Good luck.
I said I like the mod. I didn't say I was going to do it successfully.
Oh, okay. If you want to try it, give me a dexterity check.
You like to tempt faith here.
Yeah, you wheel the zombie around, and it takes a couple of just like, you have to like kind of bash him against the door until eventually his arm flails in the right direction. And the whole time it's like, oh, Jeffrey, just Jeffrey, put your arm out. Put your arm out, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you've done this. Put your arm. Okay, and eventually it kind of bashes in just the right way, and you hear kind of a pleasant chime. The bangle hits the door, and the door kind of whoop, raises up, revealing a larger cavern. Where you can hear more water kind of trickling from some new crevices that have been formed that are letting water kind of pool in. Moat, you, I guess you don't currently have it active, but you can definitely tell that this area is closer to where you had sensed the consecrated area, and it becomes pretty clear to you what it probably was when you step in. Because at the far back of this chamber, you see what looks like an entrance to some sort of a building or temple. It certainly has the look of a temple. It has these very nice, elegant carved kind of marble columns, and then a large door, 20 feet wide, probably about 18 feet tall, that is made of what appears to be kind of this brilliant golden metal. But then you do see, in the center of all of it, a very large body of a very large frog, and looming over the body of this very large frog is the ghost of a very large frog. And Jeffrey looks over and says, "Bubbles!" And Bubbles looks back and lets out a horrible zombie frog croaking angry roar. He's like, "Wait, Bubbles, no, it's me! Bubbles! Bubbles, down, boy! But that doesn't seem to stop as he gets very angry and rolls initiative. But Ace, what's up first?
Okay, so you guys can see like the gold door to the bottom. So one of the names is perfectly in the middle. It just kind of looks like a frog wearing some sunglasses. And I just really wanted to share that with everyone. This looks like a cool frog.
Does.
Kind of does.
I mean, now that you mention it.
Okay.
Do we still have to roll like peasants?
Before we roll, I'm gonna take out the Orb of Devastation.
Oh no, yeah. Do you still have it? I thought that was a one and done.
No, it's what it is.
Okay, don't scare me like that. Holy shit. I can't let you have 2 bombs. Imagine what Gale could do with 2 bombs.
It's technically reusable.
Has
Is
it
it?
been?
If it's based on the item, the real item, then yeah, it's rechargeable.
Okay,
No.
right, it has to go to like an elemental node or some shit.
Yeah, but those don't exist here.
Theoretically, I think if you took it to like the corresponding plane, you could find one.
Yeah, but I could juice it back up.
You might be able to.
Oh yeah, let's just rub it on Vasu.
At
He's
the,
like,
at the
Limit.
very least,
It's
Vasu
also-
could probably help you find one.
It's currently buried under a bunch of wreckage. Like, we haven't gone and picked it up.
That is true. It's like you guys did not have it with you for sure.
it should be down here somewhere, to be
I
fair.
bet if I just put it in my
Crashed
pants
it.
and carried it around for like a week or so, I'd be fine. Good as new.
Has it been under 10 minutes since? Oh boy, when did I even use that last? Oh gosh, did we have that for the last fight? Does anyone remember? I don't think I used it last fight. Never mind, we're good.
I don't think you did either.
Yeah,
You
we
weren't
had
here, you dingus.
I know.
I used
We
it right
had-
before Gale went to do the
Yeah.
blow up the ship.
Then
mission,
an
but I don't
hour
think-
passed.
Yeah, I don't think I did it for the snakes.
Snakes.
Snakes!
We had a bunch.
Aberrant snakes. You would have wrecked house if you had been here.
Yeah, instead I almost got et.
True,
It's a snake. Of course, was it
Right.
a flying snake?
No, but it was
Yeah, they
poison.
flew.
Yeah,
Did they
exactly.
fly?
They had telekinetic
Yeah, some of them
hovering,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that is an obvious. Just
Cheetah
Vasu-
flight.
flying snakes.
Let's see, you just need Vasu.
Don't forget your
Yeah,
D8, Vasu.
we have to roll like peasants.
No, I put myself on the map to roll initiative and then made a joke about putting an Orb of Destruction in my pants instead and forgot. There we go.
Ooh.
And a D8 too? Who all has that?
You have
Yeah,
the D8.
D8.
You have a D8. I have a D8.
It lasts for 8 hours.
It's a long time. It's so good. It's an efficient spell. Very efficient.
Alright. The zombie frog and his stand begin to attack. Ace first to react. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the body.
Excellent.
And then I'm gonna shoot the shit out of him. After moving up 20 feet and over 20 feet. I'm gonna go shoot him. -5 for +10.
Yep.
25?
25 is good for 36, 46. 46 points of thunder damage, and he takes every bit of it. Rotting frog flesh blown off by the impact of it.
Oh wait, it should be +1 more because I accidentally pushed +2 instead of +1 for my bow.
One more.
-23 to hit
23.
for an additional.
23 is good for 22 points of lightning damage.
And then last one.
Look at the chaos bow not causing trouble this time.
Unheard of.
I don't know if I can do an element that it might be resistant. I don't think I can. I guess maybe poison, but I don't know if my bow can do poison. Can it?
24 is good. I think it does. I think poison was the option. But 24 is good for 28.
And that. How close is the zombie to me? The zombie that I'm carrying with the forklift.
Oh, right. So if you're still in
There's
the
that-
forklift, then the zombie is like right here.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the
and
forklift.
Jeffrey's right with you.
Yeah. I'm also. And I went 20 feet up and 20 feet over.
Okay, perfect. So you're 20 feet up in the air.
I was already probably like 10 feet off the ground, so the zombie can't touch me. I don't know how close he is to me, but
All right, excellent. Anything else?
yeah. So how close is the zombie that I'm carrying to me?
It would be like it's probably technically only about 6 or 7 feet away from you, but it's being suspended in such a way that it can't like reach and attack you.
Okay. Question. The reason I ask this is if I activate my fire, my flames on this thing, is it going to hit it? Is it within 5 feet?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. If you activate the flames, it's going to incinerate anything being held by this thing.
Cannot believe this. I can't believe this.
I'm so
All right.
sorry.
That's B then.
All right, excellent. At the end of your turn, it is going to use a legendary action to leap
Like some sort of frog?
like a frog
Unheard of.
to right here. Lands with a thud and a crash, and it kind of looks up 20 feet into the air towards you.
Can it see me?
It sees an orb of darkness.
With the zombie dangling from it.
With the zombie dangling from it. It certainly seems aware that there's something there, although, you are in an orb of darkness. Nomad.
I think I go before Nomad, actually.
Oh shit.
Because of
No.
my alacrity.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
alacrity.
yeah.
It bumped me
Oh, yeah,
to 20
plus-
it bumped me to
plus-
25.
Oh, okay, you're
Click on your number and change it to 25, and then
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. I got
Here
it.
we
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
Vasu.
in that case.
No
I'll be right
problem,
back.
son.
Okay. It do a leap. I do a fly. Right up in its face. I have so many tabs open right now. I hate it. And by so many, I mean like 6. It's too many for me. 21.
21 hits for 14.
Since it's a zombie, I'll make all this fire damage radiant. So it takes another 6 radiant from the
Gross.
charge. It gets a stack of that cool stuff. Yeah, I've got key points. Give me a con save. Wow,
Do you think if we kill the body, it'll set its soul free?
that's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, Bubbles. What have they done to you?
Remember not to spend all your resources because we're going to fight a dragon after this.
Look away,
Right.
Jeff. We'll probably get like a short rest before that, though.
Probably
right?
not.
I bet we'll get a short. Not alone.
I was going to say, you're at least like 2 days of travel from it.
Oh, okay.
Nope, we're 3 hours away and jumping right over to that immediately.
I hope so, for the record.
And then 26 for another 8.
It's got 3 stacks
total
of
stacks.
radiant flare. Yep. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Alright, excellent. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Bubbles is going to use another legendary. He kind of wheels around on his front legs, turns his hind legs towards you, Vasu, and attempts to kick you.
A frog kick.
A frog kick, 26.
Unheard of. Yeah, that hits.
20 points of bludgeoning damage. I need a strength saving throw.
Ow.
Basu, no. Basu, yes.
You are not knocked prone. Excellent. Then the goat looked up at this orb of darkness, and
Did you say goat?
the ghost of Bubbles, looks up towards this orb of darkness, and lets out a ghastly ribbit. And as it does, you can almost see like one of those sound cannons. Just this wave of force comes rocketing up towards you, Ace. This does have disadvantage. but does a 19 hit?
I'm going to shield.
Alright, excellent. That'll bring us to Nomad.
Right. Back. I can make. Are these rocks like cover?
Those are columns that run floor to ceiling. They could certainly be used for cover, yeah.
Okay. Has it been a minute since our last combat?
Yes.
Let me just remove all these gems from me then.
Alright, you're collecting Chaos Emeralds and shit.
Who's collecting Chaos Emeralds for points?
I had all the soldiers. I had them all. I had the Chaos Emeralds, and now But I have like I think 12 charges now because they've been.
I was gonna say you built up a lot of charges pretty fast.
Yeah. So I'm at full charges, but like I no longer have gems, so I gotta recover them. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll use the Thunder on Chromatic Cascade and gain 31, 26 thunder damage.
That is good. This is on the frog body.
Yeah, frog. And then I gain the blue gem, I think it was. Or yellow. Yeah, I think it's yellow. Yeah, yellow gem.
Sick.
That's me.
Alright. End of your turn. Bubbles is gonna use his last legendary to try to kick Vasu again.
Oh, wait, yeah. Fucking 5 feet of movement left. I go behind the pillar. The fight.
Good call. Oh,
Gee.
no crit. Damn shame. I wish you were pro.
Ooh.
30 though. 26 bludgeoning and a strength save. Good strength saves. Holy shit. And then the ghost this time is going to let out a ribbit through Nomad. You do have cover. In fact, you have a lot of cover. You have a +5 to your AC against this. 28? Which becomes 23 after cover?
Miss. Oh, no, 23 just hits.
Thank Christ. 27 points of thunder damage, and bits of the rock column are like blown back into gravel around you.
I'm gonna shield, making my AC 32.
Christ.
This zombie frog kicks like a horse.
Christ almighty. Alright, that brings us to Nordo.
Okay. Nordo's gonna come charging in, axe drawn. Sort of tumbling through these pillars of stone to get to Raicha. And then as he gets up to this pillar, he just draws his axe and like swings his axe into this pillar. And then the stone, the earth like splits open underneath this here. Froggy boy. One moment, please. Just gotta find it. Pow!
Shit.
There's no size limit, and it's dex.
It sure is. Dexterity. He does become restrained by the fissure.
Fantastic. And as the earth splits open underneath him and then starts to squeeze back around his slimy frog feet, use my action to attack. And will not do so recklessly. I'm going to first attack a bite if it hits or crits.
That hits. So that does crit for 23.
I'll use my reaction for the old standby. The old spine of the cloud feature. Second attack.
Uh, 33 is good for another 12.
If 32 would have hit and he can be prone, he is prone.
Yeah, he can be prone.
Outstanding. If he can fail a DC 17 strength save, he can make one.
Almost.
Alright, cool. That is my action and my bonus action. I'll use my movement to sort of step behind this pillar to get a little bit of cover. And that's my turn.
Fucking growth. At the end of your turn, the ghost is going to use his last legendary. You see his ghostly belly kind of expands out like a frog doing a ribbit. And you hear the echoing of a ribbit noise as he and the body
Oh no.
Still prone. Teleport out of the fissure, out of the restraints, over here. Right behind your hiding space.
Well, that wasn't the plan at all.
Look out behind you, Nordo.
Watch out for his frog kicks.
I don't think I could miss him.
And it's his turn. It actually probably would have been better for him to stay there for a bit, but getting out of that restraint is important.
No, he can kick somebody else.
The first thing that he's going to do, he would do this on you. You're the thing that just restrained it. He looks straight down at you and lets out a larger than normal croak. I need a wisdom saving throw. Oh, I'm sorry. This is everything within 30 feet. I need everyone within 30 feet, which includes Vasu and just barely Ace, to give me a wisdom saving throw.
I think Ace is like up in the air too.
True. You're probably just out of it then, Ace. Both of you save for half damage. That is cut down to 11 points of thunder and necrotic.
I'm way out of it.
Yeah, you're out of it.
I'm like 30 feet up.
But then you can see that as the croak lingers, it kind of turns into this seething, bubbling noise, and you see that foam begins to billow out of the corners of the body's mouth. Let's see, how big is this? 20-foot radius.
Does he normally do this, Jeffrey?
That's the ghost, right?
It drools, spittle from time to time. I've never seen it like this. Centered on the body. Cool. Nothing happens immediately, but you can tell that this foam is going to be unpleasant. You can feel it kind of starts to burn and agitate your skin immediately. That's the ghost's turn. Gale's up.
Boy. Do I want to be cool?
Of course you do.
Hell yeah.
I guess. Sorry, Vasu.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so run over here. And then I'm going to cast a spell. My bonus action.
Oh, fuck yes. I've been waiting for someone to use this.
Me too.
I've used it before.
Have you? Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Vasu, you take 6 points of fire damage. And then Gale's feet light on fire, and he bolts an extra 20 feet.
Sick. You are going to have to trudge through the foam if you want to do that. Are you down for that?
Yeah, obviously.
You could have done that like anywhere else.
No, so
It's
here's...
true, you could have.
I could have, but it doesn't matter. Like, it triggers when I move past somebody. So
Oh, yeah.
you were the only... that was as far as I could get before I cast the spell.
Yeah.
That's fair. I resist the fire damage, so we're cool. But
Yeah.
I am at 24 health.
I figured you'd be okay. Don't worry about it, I got you. So yeah.
As soon as you trudge into the foam, I do need a Constitution saving throw as you feel this.
This is...
Nice,
poison
fine.
seep into your skin.
Oh, poison.
Which, yeah,
Delicious
actually,
poison.
I forgot, if you're immune to poison, I think you're...
Fucking ignored.
He lays down and drinks that
you
shit.
ignore a lot of this. A lot of this is poison. Well, 12 of it is poison anyway.
Some of it is necrotic.
Excellent.
I don't give a shit about any of that.
Oh yeah, you're also immune to necrotic, aren't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just don't give a shit.
I see. Gotcha. Well, you do cut the 35 necrotic in half, and you're totally immune to the poison and the poison condition. And then these things begin to scorch. Let's see, what is it, a D6?
5 and 2.
Damage. Alright, like a fucking meteor from the back of the cavern. Gale comes flying up here with his bonus action.
And then, point blank, I just put my gun right against the forehead of Bubbles.
Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to lassie him.
25-19.
25 and 19 both hit. 26 total points of piercing damage. As a hole is blown kind of straight down through his snout, kind of into the tongue at the base of it.
Is that what happened to Lassie?
No.
Yeah. They didn't show it, but
I'm thinking Old Yeller, I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
it was
I'm like,
like, yeah,
someone kill Lassie.
I mean, they're basically the same movie.
Right.
It's got a dog and it's sad.
Lassie probably died eventually.
Probably.
That's the dismal world
She
we
was-
live in.
She was probably
The
shot in the
Lassie
forehead.
movie wasn't-
It was a dog in like a movie that's older than 10 years.
I was gonna
so
say.
it's definitely dead.
Lassie probably died like 4 times throughout the filming of Lassie.
Wow, why would you say that?
Because it was like the 80s and 90s, man.
I was gonna say, do you guys want your
Yeah.
childhood totally ruined as far as animals in movies? Do you know the Milo and Otis thing?
No.
There, in the filming of Milo and Otis, this isn't a joke. They went through like dozens
Oh, yeah.
of cats and dogs. The scene where the like cat fell off the cliff, they just were straight up throwing cats off cliffs.
No.
It was made in Japan. There were no rules. They just were like murdering animals while
hate
filming
that.
that. There's like 90 Milo and Otises.
Truly terrible.
Wow,
So sorry you had to know that.
that's fine.
So,
We didn't have to know that.
to help
Just
you...
never watch that movie again.
Yeah, I never watched it, and I never will now. Vasu, you also healed 24 hit points.
Hey.
Is that a roll of a dice?
It is, and that's why it's 24 for you.
Cool.
Alright, anything else?
Where did this healing come from?
That is it. That's my Archangel.
Oh.
Alright,
When I attack people, I can heal them, or I can smite.
Hell yeah. I am going to bring this up because I think it's fascinating, and I don't like it, but I think you'll like it. One of the most well-known 5e Munchkin meta guys thinks that Artificer is tied with Bard for best class. I don't know what he sees in it, but apparently he sees something.
Do you mean aside from the fact that it's fucking awesome?
The ghosts,
Artificers are awesome.
they are, I don't know. I have so many complicated thoughts about Artificer, but we'll
Because
move
you
on.
only like playing Rogue.
I love playing Rogue, but Rogues aren't very good. I'll admit that. Bubbles is going to look down at Gale, and he's going to fire a ribbit. Here's a ribbit. 25 for 29?
Misses.
Sure it does. Then it's Bubbles' turn. He's going to use his movement.
5 points in necrotic damage.
Shit! And then he's going to do what Frog do.
Use their tongues?
Eventually, but he's going to start with a leaping crush. Kind of just leaping in place. He kind of hops up and then comes crashing down on top of Nordo.
I may not be a biologist at all, but I don't think frogs jump and crush things. I think that I don't think that's how they do things.
Ace. I'm an expert zoologist. They jump on things and crush them. That's why frog jump.
You know, when you say it like that, I can't really argue.
He lands.
He has his PhD in frogology.
Frogologist, exactly. 31 to hit.
That's so many points of damage.
It is 55 points of bludgeoning damage. And then I need a strength saving throw as he comes crashing down, foam sprayed everywhere.
Anything is true if you say it with enough confidence.
Exactly.
It's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. He's getting work done. Pretty average roll, too. That's not like an abnormal roll. Apparently this thing just does a fuckload of damage. Good to know. You are able to resist being pushed back, but then he's going to wheel around and he's going to try to kick Gale.
How would a frog kick?
Okay, frogs do actually kick.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Do they?
You can swim, yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
Yes.
Maybe. What do you mean, maybe?
I don't know. I might be making all of this up. I don't know, man.
There's
If something
no
has
maybe
legs,
about that.
it
Yeah, but
Are
I'm saying
frogs
that
even
I don't.
real?
I
Have
don't
any of
think
you ever
their
seen a
front
frog?
legs are strong. I mean, it's just they don't seem very well shaped.
It's a
to kick
giant
backwards.
zombie frog.
It's kicking with a tackle.
Wheels around, kicks Gale. He goes.
Looks like he's
flying
twerking on
forward
Gale right now.
a little bit. And then finally, he do what frog do. Does this reach Fasu? Because I want it to reach Fasu. It does. You have cover from that column, but he's going to do it. Because
That's like full cover.
you're a flying thing, and this one I am confident on.
On the ground.
Is this a range attack?
It is going to be.
I have not flown at all this whole
It is a
thing.
reach melee attack because that's how tongues work. This one I'm confident in. Frogs use their tongue to catch things that were flying.
I was never flying.
You have a.
You've got wings.
You do have wing. You also have a +5 to your AC, so there's no way that this thing could possibly hit you.
Why would you say that?
20 misses.
Yeah, it missed.
Delightful. That is its turn.
Does its tongue retracting count as it leaving a space?
No, but if you feel like it, I'll let you make an opportunity attack with your reaction, dealing 1 point
Wait.
of damage and no sentinel effect to its tongue.
1 point. At least let me go for the damage that I'd roll. Come on, I want to
Absolutely
skewer this
not.
fucking thing's tongue to the ground.
Absolutely.
It's kicked me. It's kicked me twice, Feck.
He didn't say you couldn't stunning strike. Fucking do it.
He got you there.
You got me there.
You know what?
27 hits, you do 1 point of damage.
Give me a con save, bitch.
I'll let you have it. Let's see. If I fuck this up, I'm gonna be so mad at myself.
Life
It
finds
sucks
a way.
its tongue back into its mouth and just starts kind of choking on it.
So what happens is you grab the tongue and you just kind of beat the tongue, and he tries to like reel it back in, and it's just flopping around. He's not able to pull it back in. I'll say his tongue is stunned. He can't use his tongue attack.
That's his whole hymn. Fuck off. He should be stuck. It's ki, bitch. If you're telling me that ki doesn't flow through the tongue of a living creature,
He's not living. He's undead.
still,
You know what? You spit your reaction and the key on it. I'll
Yeah.
let you have it.
I'm dumping resources on this dumb shit.
You are. Mo, what would you like to do?
Okay, I will spend half my movement getting on my mount, and then with 60 feet from my mount, I should be able to get in, attack, and get back between these guys, and only take the original poison effect, hopefully.
Yeah, that sounds
Wait.
reasonable.
Also, one more thing. Because it failed a stunning strike, it takes the effects
Oh,
of
you're
the
right,
3
yeah.
stacks of radiant.
Cool.
Also, I'll start with a bonus action to get Spirit Shroud up.
Excellent. Cool.
And actually, it's 4 stacks now because I just hit it with that spear too.
I'm never letting you have anything ever again.
Here's 8d4 radiant for this frog asshole.
Cool. Alright. Mo, you throw up your Spirit Shroud and begin charging through. As soon as you dip into the foam, I do need a Constitution saving throw against the poison. That is a good save, which I believe is only half of this. Half of 24 is 12. Or 11 if you round creatively.
How creatively are we allowed to round?
Not. None. 0 creativity allowed in this game.
Cool.
Sorry
That's
for
the
ruining
con save for Spirit Shroud. Okay, so as I fly in, I will attack the zombie. It's stunned, right? Is that what we landed on?
Yeah, he's stunned.
Sure is.
It's
That's
tongue
excellent
is
news.
stunned.
my
Attack
Oh
is
my
Oh.
god.
Mode, I love
Here
you.
comes the smite.
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's undead as fuck.
I assume so.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's been so long. I get to do my motes ember.
About to get some other moat stuff.
Oh no, I can't already use my reaction. Stupid.
Sorry, I'm trying to find smite, and it's like I've never played D&D before. Then let me cast that again, because the crit's built in. Never mind.
25, 34, 47, 49 is the exact number of hit points that this frog had.
Excellent.
The body drops, and as it does, there is a ghastly ripping noise. The ghost looks down at the now destroyed body and immediately lets out a horrible, horrible wail. Let's see.
before he does that, do I have my weapon thing?
Yeah, that happens when it happens, yeah.
Cool. So, sorry, forgive me because I haven't got a chance to describe this. Over the last few days, I've had my family reforge my weapon, and the artificers kind of like put stones into it. So now it's essentially like it's high fantasy would never work in real life. It's basically a center ring with 4 circular rings on either side in like a new battle axe frame. And as I swing and hit this, one of the battle axes starts to glow, and a dim light goes from that light to Gale, and I will give Gale a stack of conviction.
Oh.
Ooh. Sounds culty. I like it.
Gale, essentially you have the benefits of my aura of protection and aura of courage no matter where you are.
Nice.
Hot.
Excellent. As that effect activates, the ghost looks down at its destroyed body and immediately lets out a ghastly wail. As it does, you see that the foam all around his body begins to bubble, writhe, and expand.
Uh-oh.
I don't like it though.
Now including Vasu. Nothing happens immediately.
But I'm flying.
But that's it for now.
I thought you weren't flying.
Alright, that's it for Moat. That'll bring us to... actually, does it want to use some... yeah, it totally wants to use legendary actions. It's pissed now.
I thought it was out of those. Forever.
It just had its turn, like 2 seconds ago.
Out of them forever.
It's got to be...
Sorry, I might have missed that. Is that all that happens for now?
that is all that happens for now. If you have anything else in your turn. Otherwise, at the end of your turn, it's going to look down at you and it's going to ribbit at you because it's fucking pissed.
I think he's got at least a second attack.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Can you guys hear?
He's cutting in and out. Yeah, we're not hearing
Is that
anything.
he asked if that was all or something?
I
I wasn't really listening to him actually.
Is that all?
Yes.
That is all
He
that
asked-
happens with that attack. Yeah, so you can take your second attack.
Cool. I think I might be back now.
Hey,
Yeah, you're back now.
Hey, excellent. Okay, instead of backing out, then I'll take the extra 10 feet to just move towards the ghost and take the second attack on him.
cool.
Yeah, sorry. I have him like muted because he's like literally 3 feet from me, so I
Legit.
can't hear him through my headset.
Terrible miss.
Yeah, 15, no good, unfortunately.
And that
Just hit him. You're supposed to hit him.
I really needed to hit him.
Alright, at the end of your turn, he's going to look down at you. This has disadvantage because it's a ranged attack, but it is going to be on Moat. It did not like that one bit. 17 misses, I believe.
It does.
Alright, then that'll bring us to Ace at the top of the round.
I'm going to bonus action, move my 100th mark to the other frog. Or the same frog? It's technically the same frog. When I was hunting Marks the body, did I also feel like I was marking its soul?
You definitely felt that there was a connection for sure.
But no.
But Hunter's Mark, it marks bodies, or like creatures, it marks entities, and these are two separate
Yeah,
entities. Yeah,
but are they two separate entities, or are they just the same
They're
entity
two
that's
separate
just been separated?
It's a
Okay.
ghost and a zombie.
Alright, I'll allow it. I'm going to move...
Thank you.
I'll move over here, and then up one more, and then just dragging Jeffrey along with me, and then I'm just gonna shoot him. Give me a second, it takes me a while to click through all these. I wish we could have like radio buttons instead.
Let me tell you about Foundry. It has pros and cons. I'm still getting used to it.
I've played on it once, I think, once or twice.
I don't know how I feel about it. I think what I really hope is that by the time we do our next campaign, that Astral Tabletop thing is done, because that was very slick. 26 is...
It's
or
actually
21.
it's Ellen.
Oh yeah, 27. 27 is good for 47 total points of cold. Ooh, it might resist cold. Nope, it doesn't. I lied straight to your face.
Mm-hmm. And then, why do we have 2 of these? Oh, this one might actually not hit. 17.
Does not hit. Yeah, 17 goes wide. It's been such a long time since your attacks missed.
I know.
Normally they just hit and then do no damage because of the wrong damage type.
I know, this time it's just a miss. Womp, womp. Okay, that's me.
Alright, end of your turn. Gonna use another legendary, bringing it down to 1. To shoot with disadvantage at the weird floating dark bubble. 24?
Yeah, that hits. I can't.
Hell yeah, 33 points of damage comes rocking in. And then that will bring it to Vasu. Vasu, you begin in this foam, which looks even more bubbly and dangerous than before. I need a Constitution saving throw. Good luck. This is a lot. You do save for... Oh, you're fucking immune to poison. God damn it. The necrotic is still there, so 17 points of necrotic after you save.
Ow! I'm glad Gale just healed me. Thank you, Gale. Then I'm gonna do what I should always be doing, and I'm going to fly up in the air away from this mess. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna... How light is Gale?
Tremendously. He is the size of a toddler.
Can I carry Gale with one arm?
Yes. If a toddler was carrying a metal leg, that is how heavy Gale is.
Okay, yeah, I can... I mean, I've got... Yeah, I can do that.
Toddlers are so heavy. They're like 100 pounds.
Toddlers
So
are
what?
just unwieldy.
I'm just joking.
Okay. Just, if you grab them by the scruff of the neck, they hold still, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. Like, physically.
Just gotta hair clip them.
God.
Imagine if that worked.
My
Anyhow,
wildest dreams.
I'm going to dash over here, to pick up Gale along the way with one arm.
He is currently AFK. I will assume that he goes along with it until he gets back.
Unless he wants to, like, stay in this goop. And if he does, you know...
It is worth mentioning, I think he's surrounded by flames currently.
Is it cooking the goop?
Is he still on fire? Am I going
Yeah.
to be
Still
more
on
on
fire.
fire from picking him up?
Yeah. There's no save, you just take 1d6.
Yeah, you'll take a
come within
D6.
5 feet of him.
It's a d6 of fire, that ain't shit.
Cool. I'll assume for now that he is cool with this, and we might change it when he gets back.
29.
29 is good. 15 points.
Radiant.
That was too much damage.
So the 4... The 2 is a 4 because of radiant. I assume ghosts also don't like radiant damage.
It definitely all seems to be effective for sure.
Okay. It's not, like, extra effective?
Yeah, oddly, in 5e, a lot of ghosts and undead don't actually take extra from radiant. It just sometimes disables their, like, regeneration or something.
Some creatures do, not all of them.
Oh, it also takes an extra d10 because of the dash. Gets a stack of the stuff. I'm gonna save my key and not try to stun it. And I'm gonna fly over... I don't know.
Come back so I can heal you.
Yeah, that sounds like a good...
Yeah, I was going to like, oh, whoops.
So I'll like... I'll dash in, stab the frog. Actually, you know what? I might as well get all my attacks out while I'm in.
Yeah, since you're here. Ah, there we go.
24, good. 16, no good, but another 19 on that second attack, and another
19
stack.
and another stack. Yep. And then I'll dash out with Gale.
Alright, excellent.
Assuming he's along for it.
I'll assume, and then that will put him back. That brings us to his last legendary action. He's going to look down one more time at Moat and try to rib it once more. Disadvantage. 8. Oh, that's such a shame. That's good damage, too. 18 misses, unfortunately, and that'll bring us to Nomad.
What's your max HP, Vasu? Vasu?
Am
One
I crazy? That death ribbon looks like it says 27 to me.
Disadvantage because it's a ranged attack. And you're
Okay.
next to it.
Oh, okay, thank you. Sorry, I was
Okay.
different world.
Oh, that scared me for a bit, though.
It scared me too.
Gale, Vasu tried to pick you up and bring you back to safety. Do you allow it, or do you want to stay here?
If you want to stay in the goop, that's fine. It just seemed like a bad place to be.
He also could have used his reaction to move at his full movements. No, he didn't need to react. He could have just freely walked away without being hit because I attacked it.
That's fine.
Yeah, he took.
I knew about it.
Yeah, he took that.
If Gale wanted to.
It's just a little bit of fire damage.
Gotcha.
Okay, Gale does come along. Still a little toasty. The legendary attack misses Moat, and then Nomad is up.
Yeah, what's your max HP, Vasu? How bad do you look?
I have 31, and my max is 140.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast this at, say...
I'm a little hurt.
Yeah, we'll cast it at, like, level. So that's... Sorry, I have to count this. Second, third... 64 HP, back to you.
Christ.
Damn.
4th level. Because you get just max, right? So I just added them all. Or cure dire wounds.
Bless you.
Alright, anything else?
No, I do gain a
Is it a white,
a white one.
Chaos Emerald?
I'm not
There's
even
no
wounded.
white like thing, so I think I was using
I think we're using-
pink.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Or purple or something. I don't remember.
Because I think there is an actual purple one. Oh, there's an actual pink one, I think.
So there's a pink and purple one because I use those for my temp HP.
Yeah, I'll use purple in place of white.
Sick. That brings us to Nordo.
Okay, I'm in the goop at the start of my turn. Do I need to save?
Sure do. Need a Constitution saving throw.
Well, that's
Uh-oh.
fucking horrible. Oh wait, I got moat. I got moat.
Oh,
I got
yeah,
moat.
you got moat. You're good.
No!
Oh.
Praise
Oh.
be.
No poison status effect. 63 cut in half is 30.
I'm immune to poison, bitch. I'm a real monk.
But
You're a real monk.
22 necrotic.
So 10 necrotic?
Well, it's 22 after
Er-
the half. 44.
He's
Oh,
resistant.
oh, the 44. I'm
Oh,
looking at the wrong
okay.
order. Right.
Gotcha. Oh, I thought you were raging. You weren't.
That's so much damage.
He never rages.
I don't have time to
Saving
rage.
it.
I'm not wasting my rage on these frog ghosts. I'll die before that happens.
I'll die before I rage that frog ghost.
I would
That's exactly
sooner
correct.
die than set boundaries.
Is this ghost of a frog at ground level, or is he up somewhere? Is he flying?
He is hovering right off the ground. He's effectively at ground level.
He's attackable from ground level.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool,
for
cool,
sure,
cool,
for
cool, 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 cool. Well, I can't really tell where his block is. Am I in melee with him?
Let's center him. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let me just draw his spaces.
And he's been doing kicks, right? Or has he only been doing weird rivets?
He's just been doing weird ribbit beams
Okay.
and the foam stuff.
Right.
The kick guy is dead, I think, right?
Yeah. It's hard to
Yeah.
kick with that body.
Right.
I say as ghosts constantly use their bodies to attack.
It's
Okay.
so weird.
I think I'll just wheel kind of up to the north side here, splash into this water, get sort of flanking with moat, and then attack. Recklessly, of course.
It's like, 2 or 3 feet tall, like soapy bath bubbles, but it's not like a full dome.
Could it be possible to have my mount just flying above it then with a fly speed?
Yeah, that'd work.
Okay, cool.
Which I guess you could have done last turn too if you wanted.
But yeah, I didn't think about it until now.
29 is good for 13 points.
Is he pronable
I
or
don't
restrainable?
think he is either. He is immune to both.
Okay, second attack.
Uh, 29 for another 15.
Okay, that is my action. But what do I wish to do with my bonus action? So much room for activities. I think I'm gonna not get too cute. I'm just gonna attack again. With a bite. Because I'm a real monk, so I can bite ghosts.
Honestly, that's all monks do is just bite ghosts.
It's a fact.
And sometimes zombies.
Oh.
27 good for 18.
And then I will step out of this nasty foam, sort of backpedal a little bit to get over to the Great Yaw.
Good call. Alright, anything else?
Let's see, that's my action, my bonus action, my move. That's it.
Does he have an... He doesn't have an opportunity attack. Weird. Weird. Alright.
He's not a warcaster?
He's not a warcaster. Alright, that brings it him to, or his turn. He's got 3 left.
Wait, he's got to take some damage.
Sure does.
Assuming he's not immune to necrotic.
Nope. He is not. Alright, first things first, he's going to continue to let out this deathly boil. Which means we are up to 40.
Oh no.
But I hate it. Oh lord, he coming.
Oh lord, he coming. He can't move, which is a problem. But it's okay. Moat's right there. First of all, he's going to let out a croak. I think the only person within 30 feet is Moat, but let me double check that.
I am, I think.
Oh yeah, you are. 25. And actually Ace is too. So
I am
Ace-
not. I am like. Actually, he wouldn't be able to hit me last time. I was 30 feet off the ground, and I'm also. And right now I'm 40 feet. I don't think he would have been able to hit me last time.
True. If you're 40 feet off the ground, then you're good.
So I wouldn't have been hit by that 33 damage then. As that was his 60 feet one.
That's his longer range one. Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
60 feet, yeah.
Okay.
So just Moat for the croak. Wisdom saving throw versus 30 total.
It's not a charm. Oh, never mind. It's not. I see it.
Yeah. And then all he can do is make more ectofoam, which is still pretty nice. It just makes this go even bigger. We are up to a 50-foot radius.
It's getting bad.
That
Just
is-
emanating from the physical body.
Yeah, it does seem to just be kind of spilling out from the physical body. Although it's very clear that this foam is magical in nature. It reminds you a lot of like ectoplasm or something along those lines. But it is now like a busted washing machine just pouring out these sudsy bubbles all over the floor of this place. And that brings us to Gale, who I believe starts on the ground. And I need a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, I still have him, technically.
True. Yeah, that's true. You picked them up and you were flying. That's totally fine.
Unless he was like, put me down, in which case I would have.
Put me down.
Okay. Yeah, it depends on whether or not he needs to be on the ground to do his shit. Excellent. If he is on the ground, that is a successful save. He's immune to the poison, half of 55 necrotic. Also known as 27 points of necrotic damage.
You have a +5 from Moat. +23.
Right over here.
Bubbles takes 4 points of fire damage from the stride. 31, 25, both good for 25 points of piercing damage. This bright blue spray of ectoplasm kind of scatters across the cavern wall. Anything else? Toto is immune to both poison and necrotic, I think.
I think just poison.
Sick. Then he also needs a con save against that 55.
Also, sorry. It did damage to me, so I'm going to use my reaction to attack it back if I might.
Good. Totally fine. I'll let you do it at the end of Gale's turn.
Yeah.
Half 55, so 27 for Toto as well. Alrighty, that brings us to your reaction first, and then your actual turn.
Thank you.
18
to hit?
misses, unfortunately.
Cool. Probably shocking no one. I'm gonna just use my mount to fly up right about here and take some attacks on it. Actually, hold on, let me make sure that's right. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, 2 attacks on the ghost.
32 is good for 26 points. 16, no good, unfortunately.
I will... No, I'll save it. With the 1 hit, though, another ring of my axe lights up, and Ace, you have Conviction. You have a +5 on your saving throws, even if you're out of my range.
Anything else?
That's it for now.
No, anything else that I get from that?
Nope. Not for now.
Alright. That brings us to Ace. You are up in the air, thankfully. Not affected by the foam.
Alright, I'm going to fly up 40 more feet so that I'm 80 plus feet away from him.
I think the cave is probably not 80 feet tall. I would say... we'll call it... give me a d4. 40 plus 10 times this. 60 feet tall in this cavern. Which is a pretty tall cavern. 6-story.
Alright, I'll move 60 feet. I'll move up to 60 feet and then move back 1 and I'll move back there and then I'll be outside of his 60 feet range.
Perfect.
And then I'm just gonna... He has a lot of health for that. Fine. I'll recast it, but I lost concentration. So I'll remark him. And then I'm gonna start blasting.
Got it.
Alright, blast away.
Sorry, it just takes a long time to get to that. Critical hit!
It is a critical hit and does no damage because it's poison.
Of course. Of course.
I'm so sorry.
It just never fails.
It is unbelievable how reliably it happens.
At least he didn't heal from it.
True. Psychic is good. 27 does hit. 37, 47 after sharpshoot.
And then I think that's all I can do. Yeah, that's all I got.
Alright, Vasu, you are also flying. You are not in the foam currently. Actually, before you take your turn, it should probably get some of these legendaries out real quick. It is going to fire a croak. It's out of range of Ace, which is unfortunate. It's got to be Moat. Moat is doing a fuckload of damage. 21?
21 misses.
Alright, then Vasu's out.
Nomad, you want to lift? Oh no, you can like hover, right?
Yeah, I had to fly up to you to heal you, so I'm not even in the phone.
Oh, perfect. Okay, catch you later. Bye. Thanks.
Take care of yourself.
I'll try.
I am running out of butter.
You say take care of yourself. I'll say I'll try, and then I charge spear first right back at this frog again.
It's okay, it can't kick.
I mean, it is. This one is a range boy. So you want to get up close.
Yeah, you want to be up close. Get right in there. Hot damn.
25 good, 17 points. This thing is starting to reel from its injuries.
Another 6 radiant. If the radiant matters at all. And 15, unfortunately,
15,
on that one.
yeah, he is able to dodge that one. I say
You-
unfortunately every time you guys miss. It's a
You
word that I
stupid ghost. Punch him.
26 will do it though, 9 points of slashing.
Okay, so he's got 2 more stacks of that. And 75, which is the max. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get him on a stunning strike.
Oh no.
Yeah. Ghosts have key, right? It's
Damn
done.
it. Yeah, you watch as the ghost begins to waver. You connect with the key connecting this thing to the material plane and
as
begin
it
to choke
does-
that.
As it does, all of these 12 fiery lotus petals that have been circling it converge, and it takes this damage. Ooh,
Oh my god, what a good roll.
wow. Definitely better than the last one.
Holy shit, almost kills it actually, but it is still just standing.
All you, Nordo.
Much obliged.
Alright, anything else?
I'm gonna pick up Moat.
He's not a bird.
Mode is
He's
a little
flying.
heavier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's flying.
He's
He's,
on
on
Yeah,
his
I'm on my mount.
He's good.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I don't have a token for it, but I am
He
safe.
still picks him up.
Should I
Not to
pick
be
up
outdone by a different bird.
Kale, do you want another lift?
Hey, what you doing later?
Nah, I'm okay. I'll die.
No, please don't. I mean, I did already use all of my actions and everything, so I don't know if I even can pick up anybody.
He is within your carry limit. You can lift him as an item interaction. As long as he's
Great.
willing.
Okay, objectifying a little bit, but okay.
To further the objectification, whether he likes it or not, I'm at least gonna pick him up as respectfully as I can, at least until the start of his next turn, so he doesn't take this
So,
goddamn hit.
if he resists, you can no longer do it for free. You would have to, like, grapple him. That's up to whether he resists.
Nah, it's fine.
Alright. You are...
I'm just trying to be helpful because I can't actually heal anybody.
That'll bring us to Nomad.
Nomad is in a bit of a conundrum here. He flies a little closer. He can fly up to 15 feet. Nordo wants the last hit. But Nordo will start his turn in the fucking thing and will get hurt.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, so
Take more damage than I would get from getting the killing blow.
Yeah. So Nomad, like, I politely apologize for what I'm about to do, but I'm just gonna attack it. Yeah. He's like,
It's the correct choice.
it's mathematically improbable that you will benefit from avoiding the poison. So he does that, 24. And it's, let's say, fire.
Excellent. As the fire burns away the last bit of this ghost, there is one last echoing ribbit as you see the ghost. It's bizarre. It kind of discorporates, dissolves away into little bits, and everything begins to go quiet. The body kind of does a few last twitches and then goes silent. The foam continues to sort of spread and expand along the ground. But you guys are able to swoop over and grab Toto before it corrodes him anymore. Nordo's able to just kind of step back and out of it. And everything goes quiet.
Beep, beep, beep. I'm kidding. I disabled that.
The forklift.
I disabled that.
Oh, that's right.
He's the one who makes the sound.
Yeah, I'm just making them for the fun.
Ace makes the beep beep sounds.
Do you think that I could just, like, forklift that door and just rip it out of the ground? Do you think it weighs less than 60,000 pounds? Just forklift our way through.
I
every
don't know
puzzle?
if it has to be free or like if it's a tap. I don't know the rules for the forklift, man. It's a homebrew thing. Does Gale need healing?
Yeah, I've got lots of mana, so
Thank
who needs
goodness.
healing?
Gale desperately needs it. I could use a touch-up. I'm missing 40 HP.
Cool. I'll do a couple of Aura Vitalities then.
Sam in real bad shape too.
Yeah, oh yeah, Nordro's also in half.
Did this creature seem like it was feeble-minded or something?
Oh, no. Bubbles was a good guard, but he's just an animal, you know?
He
I'm
wasn't
so sorry.
actually like...
I thought he would recognize me. We were friends. You know,
You
the
just made it
bond
sound like...
between Garungus and Grung. I guess it doesn't last through death. Poor thing was probably so confused. I don't know.
Well, he's gone... Wait, so... If you kill a ghost, do you destroy it? Is it just destroyed? Because it's already a soul, right?
You would know that normally you are basically breaking its last tether to the material plane and forcing it to move on to the afterlife.
It's gone forever. Are there still like random portals just opening up?
Every now and then, yeah. You kind of take
Right.
a look around and, after 8 or 9 seconds, you spot one kind of blip momentarily and then close real quick.
Do you ever see my good old friend just still trying to make it through one of the portals?
Give me a D20. Not today.
He probably just gave up. Moved on to something better. Gale, do I have more health than you? Oh wait, no, you need 94 more. Never mind. Never mind. I was excited to not have the least. I have 110 max.
It's got the lowest. I feel like it's Vasu for some reason.
Mine's 140.
No,
That's
it's
really
me.
high.
My
Yeah,
con is
what?
0.
Oh, that makes sense.
So what's on this door? As people are healing up.
As you start to take a look around, you see that this door appears to be made of very similar material to the other one.
Is there a bracelet on the body?
You take a look at the bracelet on Bubbles, and he's not wearing one. It's like, no, this was as far as we ever went. We tried once or twice to get in, but...
Wait, then why did you protect it?
Well, this is what I was protecting. This is the sanctuary, and he kind of like motions his hand
Oh.
to this cavern. You know, this is...
I'm not. Don't touch anything, anyone.
You do get a sense that there is a faint aura of abjuration on this door as well. Give me investigation.
May I collect some of this
That's why I'm
ectoplasm?
here.
Certainly, absolutely. You can start kind of gathering it up and putting it into the vials. You would know that ectoplasm does have some uses in magic.
Do we have enough money to just buy a country?
A country? No. You could buy a nice
I
plot
didn't.
of
Not
land
a
and start
big
like
country.
you could start like a feudal, like you have enough to start a little feudal. What's the word is when you have a feudal?
Oh, it's on
plot?
my tongue.
It's not a plot. It's not a tract.
Territory.
Yeah, you could have like a territory.
There's another word for
A
it.
house. You could have a house. There's totally a word for the castle plus all of its feudal subjects.
A tie, not a tithe. Tithe?
Fiefdom.
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 You could probably buy a small fiefdom. Yeah.
First step fiefdom, second step world domination.
I mean that's
You
kind
can do
of
this, guys.
That's kind of the plan. Yeah. As you're taking a look around, Vasu, the door appears to be plain. There is a seam that clearly seems like it would open up if the right thing was presented. However, as you're looking around, you do notice that over on the side here, there's an area of stone that is suspiciously flat and clean and circular. You have seen spells used like this in the past. It looks like something recently used either stone shape or pass wall or something like that to just bypass this door, but then they sealed it up afterwards.
So what's on this door?
It appears to be kind of this golden material. You get the sense it's probably not real gold, but it is gold colored, gold plated at least. And there are no markings, no signs, no nothing. The entryway is very ornate. There are these nice marble columns that have deteriorated with time. It is old, it is ancient. They're covered in kind of this moss that has grown up from being in a damp cave for too long. But there are no signs of, iconography or what this place is or was.
You said there was some writing in here?
No writing on the door here.
No. Jeffrey said that there was a foreign writing in here.
Yes, over here. And he kind of like leads over to a couple of just hidden, almost like they've been pushed out of the way, are just statues. A handful of marble statues that are extremely worn with time. Their facial details are sanded down. Many of them are missing limbs. But there's just a number of different statues, some of which have names written in Undercommon. None of them... I guess give me a history check.
Yeah, also, like, what species are these?
The species are all kind of a mix of Kuatoa. There's a couple of Kenku and a lot of kobolds.
I have a feeling this is something to do with Coraline.
Coraline.
With a 9, none of the names really stand out to you as important. They seem a little old-fashioned. There's a lot of, like, Jeffries and Williams and Roberts, and I'm listing a whole bunch of names that are still also modern, but they're old-fashioned.
There's still no sign of mind flayers coming or going, right?
None except for...
Hey guys, we gotta restart our internet, so we'll be right back.
Yeah, good luck.
I think Gil blew them all up. I hope.
I can only hope.
Presumably Ace points out that something used magic to get around that door recently. But other than that, you would see... actually, no, nothing came through that. Oh, yes, absolutely. Give me a survival check.
Also, could I do a religion or history check on this culture?
Yeah, either one would work. You'd get different info.
Yeah, keeping in mind that I'm also an anthropologist.
Yep. 21. You can definitely tell that there has been some activity of those weird aberrant snake things down here. It appears that they have kind of come and gone and they congregate over here around this side. But then most of them kind of go back. It looks like the snake things probably didn't go through here, but they were congregating around here where the stone shape was done.
Okay.
I think religion.
With a 29, the architecture for sure reminds you of some of the ancient ruins that you've seen down in the Underdark. It has kind of a similar architectural style, and you would be able to piece together that this place is very old, probably at least 1,000 years old, if not even a little bit older. It seems very ancient, although well preserved. It appears that at least the exterior of it has been maintained, presumably by these grung that have found it and used it as kind of a chamber of their own. The presence of the humanoid statues that Ace has found, and when he mentions that he has a hunch that it could be related to Corlin, that tracks. All of the races seen in these statues are the 3 species that Corlin was responsible for. And with a 29 in religion, it would also track that if that is the case, it would make sense for there not to be explicit iconography or a naming, because the whole point was that they wanted this god to be forgotten.
That makes sense. I share it with Ace.
So, reasonable theory.
That's a reasonable theory.
But that's just a theory. A reasonable theory. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I was just saying your theory was very reasonable. If you missed.
The one about it being Coraline?
Yeah, since it depicts the 3 races of Corlin.
Sorry,
And
in front of my screen!
it's okay. And the fact that Corlin's religion specifically, like, kind of... They're trying to forget him, so they've removed a bunch of his iconography.
Yeah. Wiped away.
Wiped away.
But what would they have that the mind flayers would want?
This place specifically?
So maybe I know that they said something about how Coraline was one of the few gods you could contact to find out stuff about that weird sword. So maybe she has some kind of weird weapon.
Maybe prior to Corlin's disappearance or erasure, they were tasked with the keeping of a weapon that no one remembers. This place is ancient, far more than the other civilizations we've been to, it seems.
If only we could do a stone cutting. So was there any? What was this? What was this inscription? It was just names.
Just names, many of which are worn out, but the ones that are there don't ring any bells. They're old-fashioned names for sure, but nothing that stands out to you as important or recognizable.
Is there a ribbon on this one? This door as well?
There's not. There are no markings on this door.
May I identify this door? Also, my gems are gone again.
Yeah, you take some time to identify.
Damn this stupid mask! And they're 1 minute on the gemstone.
I'm gonna get out my magic little quill and I'm going to write Corlin's symbols on the door.
Okay. Yeah,
And kind of put them in a little banner shape too.
Sure. We'll do one thing at a time. Nomad begins identifying the door and learns that it's a very simple abjuration. It is simply meant to stay closed unless exposed to a particular magic item, probably a bracelet like the other one or a charm.
Oh, you could probably use that thing's bracelet,
which will cause it to open up.
Yeah,
they said they couldn't open it.
Yeah, Jeffrey's like, oh, yeah, we definitely have tried that. This one doesn't do it. I don't even know where they found this one, but if there's a bigger one for that, we haven't found it.
Yeah, there might be a separate. Can I investigate this lake?
Sure, you can start kind of digging around in there.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, Ace begins trying to draw some symbols up here. I guess give me, if you have any sort of relevant toolkit, you can add it.
I think as a Kinku, I'm proficient in forgery.
True. Then yeah, you could give me a dexterity forgery kit.
You said dexterity?
Yep. You do a very kind of faithful reproduction of...
Oh, and I'm going to use the magic paint, because why not?
Excellent. So an important question, what, if anything, do you know about Corlin's holy symbol?
I actively watched, and I have it written in my inventory that I wrote down when we talked to, I forget who it was, we had that fortune teller, I think, try to find out information about the sword. I actively copied down the symbols that she used and the arcane runes that she used for that magic, as she contacted Corlin directly.
Alright. You begin drawing it out. And it appears to be kind of the symbol of a raven, a normal crow, a non-sexy crow, with its head tucked under its wing and a blindfold around its eyes. And you do a very faithful reproduction of that holy symbol. But there's no response, even with the magical paint. It kind of leaves, because you're using magic paint, it kind of makes a nice engraving on it instead of just normal paint. But even that, over the course of a few minutes, begins to kind of shape back to the normal shape of the door. You get the sense that the magic kind of competes and eventually overwrites back to its original shape. And there's no change. The door doesn't open, it doesn't seem to react.
I have another idea if yours doesn't work out, Nomad.
Nomad, give me an investigation to sort of crawl around in the lake.
Sure.
And see what you can find down there.
Let's see. 21. Does I have advantage? I can't recall.
I think you have my little magnifying glass that gives advantage.
Oh yeah. I borrowed it from you.
Yeah, if you come across
Because you don't need it anymore. Yeah, it's
it
28.
requires minute details. So you take a look around and you kind of fish. And you don't really find anything. It appears that this is just a very shallow puddle or pool against basically smooth rock. There's not a whole lot to be found in here.
It doesn't appear to be anything here, perhaps it's in the corpse of the frog.
Well, they said they never found it.
It's true, but they never looked in the frog.
Maybe they did,
Maybe they did.
but they probably didn't. I mean, would you want to?
Sure.
Go for it then.
Say I'll step
Come on.
over and start
Come on,
dissecting
Yeah.
Nordo.
this
Well, they
frog.
do that. I want to try something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll help Nordo, so he has advantage in the +5.
All right, you guys start
You guys-
dissecting the frog. Hey,
Sorry,
You guys help yourself to that. You know how long it takes to get viscera out of these feathers?
1 presto.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, but it still feels gross.
What's
It's
the
okay.
Orcish word for
You-
viscera?
You would ooga booga covered in guts. Also,
Whoops.
Nomad, you wouldn't get it. You're naturally slimy.
Oh, that's fair.
Sorry, that came across as a bit rude and insensitive, but
Oh, it's also rather inaccurate. I'm not always slimy.
You should try it. Honestly, being slimy all the time, it's got its perks. You know, nothing tries to eat us for the most part.
maybe I should try that. Things try to eat me all the time.
Yeah, really. I mean,
But don't snakes eat frogs?
no, they see our bright colors and they realize that we're poisonous. You know,
What the
It
hell?
really depends on
Poisonous or venomous?
we're poisonous. We're both actually in this case.
But look how brightly colored I am, and snakes still try to go after me all the fucking
Well,
But
time.
you're-
heard of an 8%
Technically,
poison bird?
technically you're a bird, so
Yeah.
that doesn't mean anything. It just
Nobody's-
means that you're really attractive.
If you had to ask
Thanks.
me, it's because you're not slimy. But what do I know? I'm dead
Oh.
and you're not, so you've got something figured out.
I mean, did you get unlived by somebody eating you?
Yeah, you
or-
can say killed. We don't have to. But
Yeah.
no, I don't. I mean, I don't remember, but I don't think anything ate me. I mean, my body. It's right.
Is his
That's
is
for
his
clear.
is
It's still
his
zombie.
is
You
his
do
skull
look very,
intact?
you do look very undigested.
Yeah. It's
Importantly, actually, is his skull intact? It's not like he
Um,
doesn't have like a little nibbler in him, does he?
Do you go over and try to investigate the zombie skull?
I don't need to. It's hovering above it. I can wouldn't it be missing the top of its skull?
Yeah. There's no obvious damage at first glance. It appears to be in one piece.
Okay, that's all I need
You're
to
right.
do.
It is usually pretty obvious if they've been degradiated.
Okay, I want to try something while they're doing that.
Sure.
I'm going to draw some blood from me, since I have at least 2 of the 3 of Corallin's children, and then I'll try writing the symbol with that again on the door. See if that maybe does something. And no, I'll do it from my hand because that's stupid.
Interesting. Interesting.
You should really make greater efforts to not seem appetizing, Vasu.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Just words that says I'm smelly, and they'll be like, I don't want to eat
No.
something smelly.
Some people are the snack. I'm just the whole damn meal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you know what? Give me a. Let me check these stats.
I have to roll something. It's not going to end well for me.
Give me a d20 plus 4 plus 4. So a d20 plus 8. High is good. Delightful. You begin kind of painting the symbol, and it'll take some time. But I'll assume we'll keep that same kind of dexterity check from earlier as you begin to reproduce the symbol. In the meantime, while you're working on that, Nomad and Nordo are just hacking apart this zombie frog. Give me medicine or investigation or something relevant. Survival, maybe?
Yeah,
even?
survival.
I'm helping Nardo. So,
Cool.
yes, advantage
was,
in +6.
I was AFK. What am I looking for in this frog?
We're going to see if it somehow has a magical item in it that'll help open this gate. I really doubt it, but that is a 31.
Kind of exploratory, you know?
I mean, just check it.
At first, you're like, okay, there's no way. This thing is just a giant frog. And you start carving it apart, and you check the stomach contents to see if it's eaten anything. And there's not really anything there other than, like, a couple of cave crickets that have mostly digested. But then, with careful investigation and with Nomad helping you, kind of, especially trying to suss out anything that feels magical, there is a point where Nomad kind of senses a weird vibration coming from up towards the throat, and you expertly kind of begin to dissect in that area, harvesting out kind of around the lungs and the liver, pull out the stomach, and eventually you get up to the voice box. And as you start carving it out, you find that there's something hard wedged into the voice box, right at the base of the throat. You carefully begin to kind of carve some of the flesh away, and it eventually reveals something dark, dark stone, shiny like onyx. And you pull it out, and you rolled really well in survival, and you've done animal dissections before. It looks like a giant frog's voice box, except it is clearly made of stone, and it is humming as if it is magical.
That ain't natural.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is what
Still pretty cool
we're looking
though.
for, but great find, Ordo.
I squeeze it a little bit.
What happens?
It's solid. It seems to be made of rock. No noises come out or anything like that. It's not like a squeak.
Blowing it like a conch shell.
I would, but that kind of hurt
I
the
can-
fuck out of my brain earlier when I did that. So
Can I try identifying it, I guess, if we have some time?
Sure. You begin identifying. Are you ritually casting, I assume?
Yeah, do we have time, or do you want me to just flat cast it?
Ace, you're probably like 2 or 3 minutes from done with your reproduction.
Can you do it and walk?
Yeah, I can do it in walk. There's nothing saying
Okay.
I can't.
All right, he begins identifying. Ace continues drawing the holy symbol. A couple minutes pass. The foam starts to recede a little bit. Ace, as you kind of bring a stroke down and connect it to one of your starting strokes, the door silently begins to slide open.
Haha! I did it.
Give me, well, what's your passive perception?
30.
That's pretty good, I guess. As the door begins to slide open, you are immediately greeted by the sound of chittering, the sound of squelching, the
I
sound
thought you said shittering, and I'm like, what?
chittering.
Chittering.
Someone just shitting right inside the door. You ruined their life. Okay,
Um,
continue. I'm sorry.
There is sort of like a short little entry area with a wall that has an opening in the center of it. And then that leads back to kind of a divider mural area. And you can hear that beyond that, there is chittering, there's motion, there are organic noises coming from beyond. It is worth mentioning the door as it slides open is almost perfectly silent in spite of being massive and heavy and metal.
Guys.
With a passive perception of it's not quite fucking 30, but it's 21. Do I hear the chittering as well?
Absolutely. It is not something trying to be subtle. It sounds like some sort of... it sounds like an angry beast or a large bug or something, but there's clearly like an aberrant quality. There's
Can I
telltale
see
sign
what
of
it is?
squelching flesh. From here, no. If you want to try to peek through that kind of entryway,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Before that, based on the noise, can I tell what it is? It is my It's my greater favorite enemy.
It is your greater favorite enemy. Give me an intelligence check with advantage because it's your favorite enemy. We'll call it. We're gonna actually call this one nature for reasons.
Okay.
With a 22, you can. It's bizarre to you. You immediately recognize it, but it's wrong. It sounds like a rust monster. It's way too big to be a rust monster. It is way, way too big to be a rust monster. And it is twisted. There's something wrong.
What's a rust monster?
A rust monster is a common bug found in the underground, sometimes in the Underdark. They're kind of like big crickets that have these long antenna feeler things. They're attracted to ferrous metals, which they touch with their antenna and causes it to like dissolve or immediately rust away. And then they eat it. They eat ferrous metals as part of their diet. This reminds you a lot of that, but the sound is from something way too big, like the biggest queen rust monster you've ever seen. But there's also like an aberrant, with a nat 20, something is wrong with it. You can tell that there's aberration involved. It's like somebody has clearly made a monster based on a rust monster.
Hey guys, I'm gonna sneak over real quick, take a peek.
Hold on.
Give me a stealth check.
Well, he said, hold on.
Trying to remember if I have guidance.
Gotcha.
I don't give you guidance.
I'm in darkness, so I'm invisible, and I have a
Oh.
plus 16 to my stealth.
It'd probably be fine then. You'll probably be fine then.
Don't say it like that.
Everything will probably be fine.
Well, now I'm dead. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna sneak up in here.
All right.
Wait, hang on, come back. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, now you can go.
Don't make me shoot you. Though,
Ace.
knowing my luck, it'll be poison, so.
Yeah.
Ace, when you come back out of there, we're gonna have a sandwich together, all right?
A sandwich?
When you come out of there alive, I just want to make sure that we have plans for after you definitely come back alive.
Ace,
to think-
I don't
and
have
to
to tell
think
you
he's
that.
going
anything.
in, and to think he's going in there 2 days before he retires from the force.
If we survive this, we should get married and go on a vacation.
Next time I see you, Ace, I'll tell you the dark secret I've been keeping from you all these years.
Vasu just starts.
You know
digging
what?
a
You know what,
small
Nordo?
grave.
If you don't have a dark secret for me, when I get back, you just better.
I promise when you get back. When I see you, next time I see you.
All right.
Alive and well.
Alive and well.
You stay safe, Ace. I can only hold you back.
Give me a
All right.
stealth check.
I look through his eyes though, so I can see what he sees. So if bad shit
35.
happens,
35 is very good. Pretty sure it beats all of these things' passives. As you begin to sneak in, taking advantage of the silence, warning everybody to stay back, kind of encouraging them to keep their spell casting to a minimum if they do it. And thankfully partially drowned out by the sound of water dripping everywhere.
a ritual cast over here
Good call.
in the distance.
The first thing you find is that this open area has just bits of ruined stuff. You can tell that there were probably old stone benches in here. You do also find signs of like wooden crates that have long since decayed and decomposed into just rotten organic matter. You can see that along the walls there were once painted murals, but the paint has long since eroded. Just little flecks of red here and purple there, but not enough to even begin to remotely reconstruct what was once painted here. However, the large surface right in front of you is a stone mural that is in decent shape, and it has some writing on it in Undercommon, which I believe you speak.
Yeah, of course I do.
Before I show that, though, the more pressing thing is that as you peek your head around, you get a better lay of what's going on in here. You can see that there is kind of a chamber that curves into a hallway. The hallway had a door at one point, which has been busted down by force. You can see bits of rubble and metal, more of this kind of sheening gold-like material that has just been pushed through by force. And standing in front of it are a pair of mind flayers, one watching down the hallway and one kind of keeping a watch. In fact, because it is actively watching, it's going to make an active perception check against a 35, which I don't know if it can do.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they eat those metal things they can't see. They can't.
Benoist of Auric.
It's in its name.
It is in the nameplate that you can see hovering over it. It doesn't seem to spot you right away. You have to pull your head back quickly so you don't get spotted, because like if you cross into its line of sight, it's just going to automatically see you. However, looking from the other angle,
I'm invisible to creatures unless they have like blind sight or something.
True. What is the lighting situation in here? That's important. Because obviously if they see like an orb of darkness in a light room, they're going to know something is up. Do mind flayers have dark vision, right?
You also have the mind flayer skull, so you have several modes.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
I think
Nordo
I
has
have. I have the Mind Flayer Skull, I think.
Even
Yeah,
better.
I figured that it was better for Nordo to have it so we could just smash them.
True.
Oh, is that what the brain is? That makes sense.
Thankfully, it is dark in here. They have seen no reason to light the place up. They have dark vision. So you are able to kind of skulk around unnoticed. And that also lets you get a much better view of this bizarre chimera, which, as you suspected, it has elements that you recognize from Rust Monsters. You can see that it is just basically a writhing mass of flesh, like a maggot, with hairs and teeth and stuff sticking out in all directions. But you can also see that there are giant bug legs that are poking out in all directions. There are these weird feelers that are kind of poking out in all directions. It looks more like an ooze than a creature, but it is clear that it has been hobbled together from parts. It is something that has been made through some sort of ugly, aberrant science. And as you suspected, it is devouring this back wall, which at first appears to you to just be kind of metal, but then once your eyes kind of adjust and you get a better look, even with dark vision, you can tell it has these strange geometric patterns that you've come to recognize, these etchings on Benoisium. And it does seem to be corroding away at that metal to get them through this wall. Or at least that's kind of the suspicion, is they're watching this creature eat away at this metal wall.
Does it look like this was also one of those metal walls?
That appears to be just a plain stone wall that has kind of a golden door, and they just busted through that. It looks like they just used force after a while. And that hallway does continue down to something for sure. So yeah, that is what you see, and then there's the mural in front of you, which I will show, because you speak Undercommon. Although you don't exactly have a lot of time to just sit there and read it, but, it's there.
I immediately memorize it and I translate it.
I can read Undercommon.
No, but he said you didn't have time, so you just have to gaze over it, and then I can remember it. Take all the time you need.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, I feel like I might be the Riku prodigy. Dragon's blood. The cube told me I was a dragon, right?
It did.
All right. Well, I was reading it, and then my cat decided that she was more important. Okay, she's gone. Never mind. Denamed and damned.
It's like it.
I presume that like different handwriting is like more recent, or like is that like scratched and graffitied after the fact?
Yeah, first glance, what you see is kind of what you get. But even at first glance, Ace is able to tell that like some of this is older, some of it was added more recently, and then the most recent one seems to be that addition over to the right, which notably is not engraved. It appears to be paint, but it is held up remarkably well, which is a little unusual.
All right, guys. I'm gonna come back out. Actually, before I go out, I'm going to move my hunter's mark to the angry one. And then I'm gonna come back out.
Does that have a verbal?
Nope, it just says I can move it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yep, that is not a fresh cast. You can just move it.
I reckon one of them fellers in there might have some questions they could answer for us.
I don't really think that they're really the question answering type.
Well, we've squeezed answers out of the non-answering questions type before. Oh hey, voice box.
About this time, the identify is finished.
Bubbles voice box. Swallow. How big is it?
Big, uncomfortably big.
Who can swallow this?
You suspect there would be some magic involved, but also still seems pretty inconvenient.
Birds are really good at swallowing things. Have you seen a seagull eat a whole bread?
But this thing's fucking rad though, for the record.
You want to swallow it?
Is it attunement?
Kind of
Yeah, it's
do want
attunement.
to swallow it. I'd have to get rid of something, but
Yeah, unfortunate.
All right, guys. So there's two. From what I saw, there's two flayers in there, maybe more, around the hallway, and a chimera that's eating through one of those weird metal walls, the ones that Nomad can't see.
Oh, they're eating the Benoism. I wonder.
Yeah, it's a really weird looking thing. Looks like it's like a hodgepodge of monsters.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we should just go in and I really just want to shoot some mind flayers.
so I
By all
don't think we should
means.
piddle fuck around too much. Let me do this little number.
Here, this is what this does. Yeah, someone has to swallow this.
It's also an hour for attunement.
Yeah, an hour for achievement.
Yeah, I'll just stow that for now. Put it in someone's bag of holding.
Unionize us. We're all joining a
We'll
union.
be unionized. There's no verbal components or anything. I'll put it on. Are there 6 of us here tonight?
I think so. We're missing Flick.
Yeah, so I'll put it on me and Moden, Ace and Gale, and Nomad and Vasu.
Oh, what is this? What
Huzzah!
are we doing, guys? Am I part of this or
Who is this?
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
It's
Okay,
just, everything
we're
you're
gonna
doing
go
is
kill
so cool right now. I have to admit, I've never. What's in there, huh?
Oh, there's some mind flayers in there. There's like a.
Oh, never mind. I'll stay out here
Okay.
with my body.
Well, here's the problem with that.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to leave my forklift.
Yeah. Bummer. Well,
I guess I.
I guess I could just come along then.
Do you? I mean, if you want. I mean.
Well, yeah, I'm already. You know what? Hey, damn, and fuck, I'm already dead. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Literally.
That's the spirit.
I'm the spirit.
You only live once, but you can redeem yourself through a valiant afterlife in death, Jeffrey.
Besides, after you get to afterlife, you can go to one of your orgies. Be like, hey, guess what, guys? I found out was in the temple, and I saved something, and then they'll be like, wow, you're so cool.
I'll be the talk of the
Let's
town.
have more sex.
I will be the talk of the town for sure. Nobody's going to want to have sex with that.
No, you're going to
Before
look
I
like
did,
this.
Obviously, I had lots of sex when I was still alive.
Well, when you're a ghost, you're not going to be that. When you're in the
Do
afterlife.
ghosts have... He kind of, like, looks down and, like, kind of pulls his weird ghostly loincloth out to look and see what's down there. He's like, I could work with that.
I don't see why you can't in the afterlife. It would be kind of tedious afterlife.
A moot point?
Surely, if there are good gods in the universe, they wouldn't make an afterlife where we couldn't, right?
Well, there are also
It
bad
depends
gods.
it depends on how lawful they are. Anyways, let's go.
All right. I assume you guys are
Do
going to
we-
try to sneak up on these bugs. Maybe not. Tell me what you do.
I'm going. I really.
Of course we sneak up on them.
Do you wish to go first, Ace?
The basic idea, anybody who wants to try to sneak up can try to get a surprise round and roll stealth. If you're not participating in that and you want to make sure you don't blow it for everybody else, you'll need to stay at least 30 feet back from the doorway. So at least, like, here or so.
I will
Let's
stay
see.
back.
Fine, I'll leave my forklift for now.
From this range, I assume casting a spell with a verbal component would alert their attention.
Almost certainly, yes.
Okay.
But I'll probably go back. Yeah, I'm going to go in.
Yeah, if you're trying to be sneaky, you can kind of put yourselves anywhere in this entry lobby area, and then we'll roll stealth to see how it goes.
Yeah. I'm proficient in stealth, but I only have a +8. I don't have any way to like roll advantage or anything, so I'll just stay back.
Alright. It looks like it is just Ace and Vasu then. Let me get stealth checks.
Also, if someone wants to have advantage on a stealth check, aka Nordo, you can just have the skull on you and you're invisible to them.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah, what's
The
your
problem
stealth?
is I do have terrible stealth. It would be, I mean, I guess it's not terrible. It's plus...
26.
It is terrible. It's... Wait, why can't I find it? There it is. It's +1.
Oh god. If
So-
you pass without trace, it'd be delightful.
I am not. I have my hunter's mark out. I don't.
Oh,
I don't
that's
really
fair.
want to burn through all my mana.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to hang back. I got a lot of movement. I'll get it.
26 minimum.
Sure, I'll hang back.
Could let boss do temporarily. I guess just hold on to it and you can just run in there and smash it.
Yeah, you'll have advantage in hitting things anyway.
Wait. Oh, and I get a D4 to this.
Yes, you do.
You
Both get
do.
D4s.
So it's going to be a 29.
I don't know if you get to add that when it's like a reliable talent thing, right?
Probably not.
I
So
just
it's
don't know.
26.
I mean, you roll,
yeah,
it adds...
If you're
Yeah.
adding it to a check, then all reliable talent does is make it so your D20 is a 10. Everything else is still normal.
Howdy ho!
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Then it's a 29.
Alright.
Basu can add a D4 if he wants to, but he's already at the higher of the two, so...
You have beat 2 of their passives. One of them is actively looking. Let's see what he does. He tries real hard, but cannot beat that. You are able to burst out with the surprise round. The 2 of them will be surprised for the first round. Let's do this shit.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, initiative. Let's go.
Just the 2 of them first, right?
Everybody rolls.
Okay, cool.
You guys are
Added-
just farther back.
Everybody add a D4, and Gale add a D8.
I'll also add a D8.
Thanks for wasting all your spells on me.
You're welcome.
It was real helpful. Really made the difference.
Real serious difference maker.
Benoisivoric Chimera. My goodness. They created the Benoisivore.
It's pretty smart. It's pretty fucking smart.
It is pretty fucking smart. I wish I could
Why
eat
didn't you think
Benoisivore.
of this, Nomad?
Because he didn't want to eat metal.
You could have taught me to eat metal.
Do you want to eat? Do you want to eat
I
metal?
think it was
I
more
am
than they.
the Tarask. I'll eat that shit.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for future. It's just that Benoisim is very precious.
What's the worst that could happen?
You get addicted to it.
Get addicted to the Benoisium.
Also, Norda, you didn't tell me a dark secret, and I came back alive.
You've not come back yet.
I came back.
It was
I came
all
back and
telepathic.
killed you. I know. He physically came back and
Yeah,
talked.
he came back.
Is Moat dead? I know you guys have had a long day.
I think it was his connection was.
Hey, I think he's asleep.
Totally.
He says he's. Are you playing?
Totally fine either way. Just checking before we do initiative.
How entirely unacceptable to fall asleep.
Really, honestly, just very ridiculous.
So disappointed right now.
You can cash in the Vasu ticket and just whenever you fall asleep and just say, "Hey."
You get 1 V point.
I know that several people have had recent changes to their work schedules, and it's been rough for a while. That's totally
This
fine.
is my 10th day in a row working, like a
God.
10-hour shift.
God damn.
Yeah,
What a
God.
nightmare.
It's been rough for like Dash. It's been 12 hours,
Yeah.
7 days, 5 days a week too.
Yeah.
5 days a week sounds ideal. I would work 5 12-hour shifts opposed to
Yeah.
6 11-hour shifts.
611 sounds terrible.
That's just all the time.
Alright, Ace, you get the jump on him. Your first act.
Pew pew pew! I'm gonna shoot the fuck out of that guy who's marked.
Had a D4 mode.
You rolled a 3 again? Is that broken or what? It's literally the same one.
$24 for a shit ton of damage.
That is a shit ton of damage. 67 points of fire damage. You
That-
almost one-shot this thing.
I still have 2 attacks.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have Ace in front.
Same.
That one is enough to finish the shot.
One
Two
down.
arrows out of the darkness,
And then
one bolt
bonus
of fire,
action-
one bolt of lightning.
I'll just step here. Bonus action to move my Hunter's Mark to the other guy. That was 27 damage.
That is a solid hit for 27 points of lightning.
And then where would I have had to park my forklift for it to be reasonably out of the way?
Presumably at least 30 feet back with everybody else.
Probably not standing in the water.
Okay,
Here.
I guess I'll just.
Dude, where's my forklift?
Where's my forklift? I guess I can probably. Yeah, I'll move over to my forklift. I can't get in it yet, but I have like a lot more movement. So I still have like 30 feet of movement, or maybe 35. I actually forget. But yeah, I have 35 more feet of movement.
All right, excellent.
Oh, hello, Ace.
And that's my turn.
All right, Nordo.
Okay, so help me out with game mechanic here. Are these guys like surprised?
They are. They will lose their first turn.
Okay,
Cool.
cool. Assuming that I have that sort of knowledge of the plan in hand, I'm gonna go charging in. Cha-cha. Invisible to mind flayers. On account of a mind flayer skull that I've got on.
Do you think this counts?
Who the fuck knows?
No, but the mind
Does
flayer can't do.
does it seem to perceive me as I run around the corner? This Benoisivoric chimera?
It looks surprised, but it definitely looks like this weird oozy worm kind of spins around to see the threat. I would
Damn
say, yeah, you would know with your passive perception. It looks like it recognizes you being close.
Outstanding. That's my movement. I'd like to use my action to attack it recklessly.
Uh, 29, good. 16 points. 16 would not have hit, so it is not knocked prone, but it'll make a strength save.
Ooh. It is restrained as the vines crawl out of the ground toward it. Second attack.
Uh, 19, unfortunately, is no good.
Well, that's stupid. So, let's see. Bonus action to bite. If it hits, it crits.
20 is also no good.
Ugh.
No!
Die. I want to die.
No.
Well, that's just very bad news.
Do you not have a D4 of these?
I do have a D4.
Oh,
Thank you
no.
so much, Nomad.
We are union.
Thank you for remembering my one skill that I didn't remember. How about a 24?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, that makes it a crit, and I will use my reaction for Spine of the Cloud Piercer. Get my sweet temp HP. Okay, and can I get a con save?
Sure can.
Ooh, gross.
Ugh.
Alright, that is my action, and my bonus action, and my movement. That will be my turn.
Alright, Mind Flayers are stunned. Or not stunned, but surprised. They lose their turn. Nomad.
Cool. Is that one within 60 feet? Can I see it?
I don't think so. No, there's a wall in between you and it.
Gotcha. So I'm just gonna move.
I should probably fill this in better.
I just probably move inward. I see this thing, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'd better go give Basu advantage or something.
I mean, I've got a surprise round on this anyway,
We all do, basically.
but I
And
appreciate the buffs.
Going to attempt to, like... It doesn't do damage. Oh, shit. I want to do damage because I want the force. So, con save. I forget it's like either or. Is this a wall? What is this?
It is. So there's the yellow bit is not there. That's where the ceiling kind of, or where the cave wall is at. But the
gotcha.
black dashed things are walls, and then this one is the mural. So you do need to
Gotcha.
kind of like see through that gap somehow there.
Okay, let's see. I was here. Yeah, I got 5 more feet of movement. I can go here. Perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Con save.
Excellent. 20 con.
Big
Woo!
old fail, 23 points of force. He doubles over in pain.
Let's crush him, man. That's my turn. I also get a fucking what gem is force? Pink.
All right, Bossy.
Okay. Could I have started myself here?
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't really see where like the door is.
Yeah, you're good.
You could, yeah. You could be one of the sneakers anyway, because you
Because
were.
you're one of the sneaky people. You
Yeah,
could
like-
be up
like-
with Nomad if you wanted.
Yeah. Like I set myself up for the sneaking, so that's why I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you can
You could
start
be
in
inside
Nomad.
if you wanted.
You probably could have been like all the way back here. You have so much movement speed.
Yeah.
You can be wherever you want.
yeah, but I'm mainly just looking for a clear dash into this doorway and to that mind flayer in the back.
Oh, you have to be on foot. Oh no.
I don't. Do I?
It's like 9 foot. As always, trying to fly indoors is very tough. It's going to require some difficult acrobatics, especially trying to go through this weird gap. But you're a very acrobatic person. You're a monk. You might be able to make it work.
How high are the ceilings in this, and or these? Like, is this floor to ceiling walls here?
They are floor-to-ceiling walls. This is kind of a stately chapel. It's a temple. I'm going to call this. We'll do 9 plus 1d6 feet. So.
Surely your land speed is really good as well.
It is very tall. It's 14-foot tall ceilings.
Okay. And could I have reasonably put myself like here?
Yes,
if we had
absolutely.
like the surprise or planning phase. I'm
You could be inside, like.
yeah. I'm just looking for a clear line.
Yeah, you could do that. There's going to be a feat of acrobatics involved because you're doing a weird gap, but we'll call it DC 18.
Yeah, I imagine with my acrobatics and the spears, and my cloak, the cloak actually, because I'm doing like the
wind dash thing.
the segmented cloak dash thing.
Yep.
Easy.
Acrobatic.
Yep.
Cute.
Easy,
Like-
yeah. You're able to find just the right angle to kind of slip through there gracefully like the wind itself.
I'm so fucking fast, boy. Hacha!
And
23.
23 is good, and you eviscerate this Mind Flayer. Before
Cool.
they could even react, both flares are down.
Honestly, the Chimera doesn't really look like. Does it look hostile?
Tremendously.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was still just kind of like eating the wall or just like assessing Nordo as an active threat too. If that is the case, oh, actually, what's the reach on that Arumi? It's like 15 feet, right?
10 for you.
10. Okay.
Is the creature medium or large?
Large. 3 tiles.
Gotcha.
So is it in that tile type thing? Or is it? Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess it will have to move. That's fine. So I fuck up a Mind Flayer, and then I do a little pirouette over here, and as I do so, I unfurl this cool layered, like, Morgoth chain belt from my waist. I lash out
Hell yeah.
Chimera with this Arumi,
27 is great for 15.
which I just remembered is a +3 weapon, so I should probably be, like, leading with that one maybe, but I don't know. The dash thing with the spear works, and they're both one-handed. Like, this is perfect for me. Honestly,
you got a good setup going.
yeah. That's my turn.
All right, that brings
Actually,
us to...
let me see how much key do I have? Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, the Chimera, who is surprised and does nothing, but it is no longer surprised.
Still takes 4 points in necrotic though.
4 points necrotic. That'll bring us to Gale.
He maybe did.
Window might still be open. Zero stacks of target.
I think he may be dead. So let's jump for now to Moat.
Okay, I don't think with 60 feet of movement on my mount I can reach anything, but I will start heading that way.
Cool.
Let's see where I can get. Oh, actually, with 60 I can get right here if roll 20 isn't lying to me. Can I hit this thing?
Yeah, you'd hit it from there. Uh, 18, unfortunately, is no good.
Had a D4 though.
Oh, yeah, add a D4.
Oh, right.
Possibly hit. 19, still short. 24 is good, though, for 28 points of slashing and fire, carving into this thing.
Cool, and I will give Nomad Conviction.
Oh, thank
Do
you.
I still have that? How long does that last?
That's a great question that I didn't ask when I built this weapon.
Forever.
I assume it lasts until the combat ends?
I believe it was 1 minute, because I originally thought it was an hour and overpriced it, but then I looked again and it's only a minute, and that made it
Okay,
different.
cool. It's gone.
Here you go.
Okay.
This is a fresh one.
This is fresh.
Fresh conviction.
Alright, at the end of your turn, it is going to use a legendary action. Let's see, I think... Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. It flails around and begins... You see just eyes and mouths all over its body begin hissing and screeching like a cockroach that's been caught in the light. It appears suddenly panicked and very angry. However, it appears to flail out first at Moat. You see one of these brush-like antennae begins to just try to swipe at you like a broom. Does a 25 hit.
Boy, I'm gonna shield that.
Alright, excellent. Then that'll bring us to the top of the round and Ace.
Alright, I'm gonna spend half my... Wait, looks like Gale's back.
Oh, do we have Gil?
Sorry, I was listening for the stupid chimera to do something, and then I remembered it was a surprise round, and then it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll jump back to you real quick. You got your turn. 23 and 20. Do you have advantage on the second one?
It's restrained, yes.
Pack
Oh,
tactics?
yeah.
Those are tactics.
Then yeah, those both hit 24 points of piercing. Sick. And that brings us back to the future with Ace.
Did I have advantage on both of
Alright,
those?
I'm gonna use half my movement to get inside
Oh, you know
my...
what? Yeah, Mo, you
Oh.
should have advantage on both those two.
That's
It was
true.
restrained.
Yeah, go and re-roll that first attack.
And the second one for a crit.
It's a crit.
True. First one still misses. Second one does not become a crit.
Cool.
And we're back to the future. Ace.
I'm gonna spend half my movement to get inside my little forklift.
Excellent.
How does that affect the 40 feet I get from the forklift? Is it half that?
Yeah, I would have that. So you got 20.
I don't like that at all. Because then I can't do anything.
Forklift dash.
I can't. That forklift can only move once.
Well,
Not without attitude.
double check. Hang on. Sorry.
It explicitly says that you cannot move more than 40 feet per round, even if this option is performed multiple times.
Free item interaction. No, you would move the full 40 feet. Because it's not your movement that's moving the forklift, it's your item interaction. that
Gotcha.
does it.
Is there a way that I could move that I could see his 40 can get me here?
40 would get you here, and you'd be able to just barely see him. You're a sharpshooter, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I can still shoot him then.
Yeah, you can shoot him.
Alright, I'll move my hunter's mark to him, and then I'm gonna start blasting.
Alright, fire away.
Give me 5 minutes to do everything. Is he an aberration?
He is an aberration.
Stupid bitch, you should have thought about that.
Christ.
A 24 to hit for 50.
50 point. Ace. Ace, my sweet.
Why? Why would you do this to me?
My sweet, sweet, precious boy. As the psychic arrow is unleashed, the arrow slams in, and you feel a tremendous pain split through your mind. I need an intelligence saving throw.
Well, good thing I have advantage against it because it's an aberration.
That's true. That is absolutely true. The DC.
So it can suck my dick.
Ooh. The
DC was 30.
The DC, for the record, was quite high. You resist it. You can tell that could have been very bad. And you can tell with a nat 20, it is because you did or tried to make a psychic connection to it, even if it was accidental.
Hey, Nomad, don't use psychic damage on this. It doesn't like it.
Fair. Thank you for warning me.
Second shot.
More psychic damage.
I can't wait.
Please,
this
I'm scared.
Is the greatest thing that has happened. It's so goofy, and it has caused so many problems.
This is 100% why I chose the chaos instead of the choosing. So I was like, you never know what's gonna happen.
Let's go, Nostradamus.
That
Oh.
does hit. It's
also immune.
poison. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I figured it would be immune to poison. Poison's the saddest one on there.
Was it immune to psychic as well?
It is not immune to psychic. Well, sorry, it is, and it has a special effect as well.
Gotcha. It's not only immune, it
has a backfire effect.
It's a
on psychic as
backfire
well,
thing.
Yeah.
It's psychic, yeah.
All right. Anything else, Ace?
That's fine.
Bless your heart. I appreciate this bow more than you can imagine.
Oh, I love this bow. Even when I miss, it's just still great because I'm just like,
Alright, this thing has a simple mind, and it is very one-track. It is going to use its next legendary action to try to attack mode again. You still have your shield up, I believe. Does a 27 get through the shield?
It does not.
Damn it! Norda's up.
Okay, at the start of my turn, I still have the temp HP left from Spinal Cloud Piercer, so I can make a unarmed strike for free, no action required. And shall. If it hits, it crits.
31 is good. 10 points from the crit.
Outstanding. I will get Spinal Cloud Piercer back up with no reaction. And then take my turn to attack. Not recklessly, because I need not attack recklessly, because it is restrained.
Man, those jaws can be a 12.
Yeah,
I've only ever seen it roll a 1 or a 5.
it always rolls terrible.
25 is good. 12 points slash.
Alright, whoa.
I keep doing
Whoa,
that.
whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Typing is hard.
if no one ends up getting psychically attacked, and by that I mean if I don't end up getting psychically attacked by it, can you tell us what it did later?
Maybe.
Because I'm real curious.
Maybe.
We're gonna fight 10 of these in a room later, so he has to keep it secret. If a 23 would have hit it as prone,
23 would have hit, and it is not. Can it be prone? Hang on.
and it's oozy.
Yeah, it kind of almost behaves like an ooze. It does seem to be immune to prone.
That's fine. Attack with my bonus action, unarmed strike. Just kick one of the weird little body parts extruding from its oozy form with my bottom of my foot. For a cool 7 points of damage, if that even hits.
21 does hit for 7 points of damage.
Alright, cool. That is my action. That's my bonus action. That was my weird free action. That was my reaction. I don't think I really want to move. Maybe I do want to move. This thing seems pretty gnarly. I don't really want to take an opportunity attack. I'm going to stay where I am.
Alright.
That's my turn.
That'll bring us to the Dead Mind Flayers, and then to Nomad. It is going to use its last legendary action first. Boy, it has tried to hit you twice and fucked up. I am... Well, no, it has... Well... Ugh, there's so many things going on in this crazy little mind. It's going to try to detect mode again.
Stop bothering.
24 still gets shielded. That brings us to Nomad.
Something
Excellent.
against me.
I don't know why it's constantly
So
attacking.
you have do you have Benoisium on you or something?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or maybe it just wants your delicious
It's
plate
just-
armor or something?
It's just your radiant personality.
Maybe it's just your radiant personality.
No.
It makes you very attackable. He's gonna try.
It's probably the hermit crabs.
Oh, sense actually.
When are we gonna?
I have
When are we gonna?
programs.
When are we gonna bring those boys? Is that like once a long rest or something?
This was long.
That's,
I've just been waiting for the right moment. It almost came up when it was time to explode the Mind Flayer ship.
No. The mechanical hermit crabs I bought.
Oh, right. It's a 20 hit.
20, unfortunately, misses.
Add a D4!
I'm
Oh, yeah,
actively
D4.
trying not to say the word unfortunately, and I can't do it.
A 22.
22 does hit for 12 points. What kind?
Yeah. Lightning for
that is good.
another.
Why are you trying to stop saying unfortunately?
I realize that every time you guys miss, I say unfortunately. Every time.
That's really unfortunate.
It is.
Fortunately. I don't really think
That's
about it
a
until you
great
said it out loud, but yeah, you do say it every time.
It's every time.
It's like
That's,
it's like
better.
a series of an unfortunate vocabulary.
Alright, how did that go?
Sorry,
Twice.
You can also say sadly, regrettably, unhappily, woefully,
Oh my God,
alas.
the in-turn thing actually worked. Vasu, you're up.
Get some happy adjectives in your life, Feck.
Well, I'm not happy that you guys miss. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I
Yes,
want
you are. Don't
monsters.
lie.
Don't
Yeah.
lie.
Sometimes I cheer for you guys, and sometimes I really want the monsters to do their cool thing.
It doesn't even have to be like negative or positive. You could just be neutral or just be like, oh, surprisingly, you missed.
The attack
I'm just
misses. The
Yeah, you
Gygaxian, honestly, early Gygaxian sounds kind of cool, where you're literally talking to it like a curtain with no emotions. I'm into that.
Gygaxian?
Okay, quick cutaway. I hate to interrupt your turn, but this is fun. When Gygax invented D&D, he believed the correct way to play was for the DM to be behind a curtain in the corner of the room, so that the players felt that they were literally just talking to kind of the world or a ghost or whatever. He wanted there to be as little personal connection between
Oh,
the
that's
DM and the players as possible.
Pretty interesting, actually.
Makes sense.
Oh.
Like it would be not fun, but it is like the purity of the philosophical point of it makes sense.
Right.
I feel like
just-
I'd be a lot more immersed in the group.
For sure.
It's a very different way to play, obviously, but it makes it feel. I think the idea is he wanted it to feel objective and impartial.
I will say that
Nomad DM.
I can't see you right now, Fex. So I mean,
It's true.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like that.
It is kind of like that. Anyway.
yeah, I like not seeing you. No.
You're still emoting way too much in your voice.
Right, exactly. I'm saying words like "unfortunately." I'm giving away my feelings.
And even in that, you're like laughing and showing human emotions and like
Yeah.
knock that off.
I gotta.
So if we
I'm
make-
so sorry.
I don't
We make-
want to think of my DM as a person.
Yeah, so if we make Nomad DM, it's exactly that.
Pretty much.
You rolled poorly.
I would love to do a blind, like the DM does all the rolls, and you only say what you're doing, and the DM does everything.
I've always wanted to try it too.
Yeah, it'd be
The
fun
number
sometime.
you've rolled did not meet the target.
You should just not talk at all as the DM, and anything you want to say, you just put in like a text to speech.
The problem is it makes certain meta resources hard to do, but anyway, we're getting distracted.
Anywho, I do my dash and I attack the thing.
Hell yeah, fuck it up.
28.
Solid hit, 11 points in a stack,
And this,
6 extra.
which I always forget about with that dash, until last session when I read my item card again. Here's another. Consistent.
Very consistent. Another 16. Another stack.
Another stack. Give me a con save. Why not? I mean, like, why not, right?
Why not? It's a 26.
Not supposed. You're not supposed to roll well on it. That's why not. Okay. A kick for 22.
22 is good. 9 points of slashing. Alright, excellent.
I dash over here. It can attack if it wants, but it's a disadvantage.
It will certainly try. This is at disadvantage.
Do I see any other shit down this hallway after the attack?
You can see that it continues on for a while. Well, let's see what the attack does for
Yeah. Like I might just die.
21.
That misses.
As you continue down the hallway, how far do you get?
Um,
Or how much movement do you have left over?
Shouldn't it be 22? Isn't he restrained?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes the attack.
Oh wait, never mind. That's
Right.
that's him attacking.
That's
Never
him.
mind.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I thought that was Vasu. I apologize.
I mean, I had like 120 feet of divided dash, and I think I was like right here, so I could get pretty fucking far down. But I don't want to like separate too far from the group, so I'll just get to like right here.
Yeah, you can see the end of the hall from there, and you can see that there is a door on the left side.
Guys, this hallway ends in a door. Can you believe that? There's a door over here.
Alright. Anything else in your turn?
Nah.
Sick. It is time for the Chimera's turn.
Finally, it's finally got a turn now that it has a fourth of its health.
It does. Let's fix that first of all. It is going
18 points of necrotic damage.
Shit. It is going to start with a bonus action where it bloops up, splats itself up onto the wall, crawling along it like a spider or like a sticky ooze. And then you hear this sizzling noise all from where it is kind of stuck to the back of that wall. And you watch as the flesh begins to kind of bubble and mutate and regrow as it regenerates.
Jesus.
God damn.
What a fucking roll.
My
Oh
God, what a roll.
Look at those fucking numbers.
No joke.
10d10.
Holy
Really wish I would have tried to stun this fucker
That
again.
is a remarkably above average roll. The
Yeah.
average for that is 55.
55?
Holy fuck. Nice work.
Hey.
You did
Guess
No,
what? It can't
no,
regain hit
no.
points.
Why?
Really?
Because of my axe, it says that a creature that is wounded by this axe can only be healed by spending hit dice, completing a long rest, or through natural regeneration. Magical healing is ineffectual.
Thank fucking Christ. Sick.
Nothing about that was natural.
Well, I mean, in the sense that it's not. Yeah.
Fair.
All right.
Therefore, it can regenerate. No.
It is then. Well, we'll start with the spray while it's back here, because that's how cones work.
Spray?
Yeah, you see that a twisting mound of this flesh begins to form into kind of a nozzle, and then there is a 60-foot cone spray. Let's see how many people it can catch.
I don't want to be peed on.
I would rather not be peed on as well.
Well, too damn bad.
I did not consent to this.
I assume that I'm out of the cone because I'm behind 2 walls.
Possibly. If you're not totally safe,
'Cause, like-
you're definitely gonna have cover for sure.
Because it's like here, unless this cone then like hits this wall and then like magically decides to swing around the wall.
It is an acid. It does not go around corners. I think you have full cover from this. I believe you would be out of line of sight. Nordo is not caught, but Moat, Nomad, Gale, and Toto. I need dexterity saving throws against this bile, this green acid. You were looking for a 23 for half.
25 with Shield Master, so I'm good.
I think Toto makes it with the aura.
No.
Oh, he can't get a D4. He's not one of the 6.
But
Let's see.
Aura is still only 10 feet, right?
It sure is.
Does he have the weird effect from your sword?
It's on Nomad right now.
Yeah.
I thought Nomad was going to be further away.
Yeah, Nomad has +5 and +4, so he succeeds for half.
Toto.
Sweet Toto.
This is what on the one hand, this is what the monster wants more than anything. On the other hand, oh no, Toto. Alright, first of all, if you fail, you take 30 points of acid damage. If you succeed, you take half of that for 15. Did anybody besides Toto fail?
Gale definitely did.
That's bad too.
Cool. Oh, that is very bad.
That's a lot of metal. That's a lot of metal!
That is a lot of metal. You guys watch as Gale and Toto, catching the brunt of this, are first doused in acid, which has this horrible acrid smell as it begins to eat through flesh, but then you see all of Toto, all of Gale's leg, a big chunk of Gale's weapon, his gun, any other metal armor that you are wearing begins to suddenly writhe and twist. Slivers of metal begin to raise up like hairs standing on end from goosebumps, and curl into these sharp, barb-like hooks, which begin to dig into your skin if you have any. Toto obviously doesn't have skin for it to dig into, but your leg begins to curl up into your thigh. It honestly does look kind of cool on Toto. It's a good image. I like it. If you want to, you can use your reaction to drop anything that you're holding in your hand. For instance, your gun or a shield or something. Yeah. I'll also let you use your reaction to dismount if you want to, but you'll land prone.
Hell no.
Alright. Fighting through the pain, you find that after a few moments, these brambles hook and dig into the skin and are attached. You are basically velcroed to any metal you are in contact with. And you feel this painful ripping and slashing every time you move, every time you swing, every time you try to use one of these items that has become hooked. Sick. I'm so glad it got somebody with that, and I'm kind of glad it was the Metal Boys. I need Moat, though, and this thing knows that. This thing is going to come over here, crawling along the ceiling, which is 14 feet up, and is going to try to swing its antenna one more time at Moat.
It really likes his metal. I don't get it. What do you want?
I don't get it either, Miss, but...
Alright, that is its turn. Gale's up.
Okay, give me 30 seconds.
Sure thing.
I'm glad your shield lasted all this time.
Right?
For sure.
Actually, I think only one of the attacks would have made it past without shield.
How high up did you
But
say it
still.
was?
The ceiling is 14 feet tall, and this thing is large. You can hit it from the ground.
Alright, I'm gonna, first of all, shoot this thing. I don't have pack tactics against it currently, right?
Most
It's next to it. Yeah, and again, the ceiling is tall, but this thing is big enough that, like, it's kind of in melee either way, so yeah.
Cool. 31 for 13.
31 does hit. As you pull the gun up and fire, there is a jolt from the recoil. You take 4 points of slashing damage. But it does take 13 points of piercing.
Boy, that was not a lot of damage. Fuck it. Fuck this thing. Alright, I'm gonna cast a spell.
Alright.
That's my bonus action, and I'm going to take my second attack.
29 is good. 15 more points of piercing damage. You take 1 point of recoil.
Takes an extra 14 from the smite.
Ow. Fuck.
What kind of damage from smite?
I think it's force damage for the smite.
Which smite?
And then my spell goes off
Sweet.
for an extra 33 force damage. And if it's at 50 hit points or less, it is banished.
Oh, thank Christ. It is over 50 points.
Son of a bitch.
What?
That,
What?
I'm so sorry. I'll screenshot this very moment for you.
If it's at 51, don't even tell me.
Noted.
He doesn't tell you.
God, do I have any way to get an extra point of damage?
Can Toto go? Oh no, Toto acts at the end of your turn, right?
He does, but he needs a... He also needs to use my bonus action, and I had to use bonus action to cast
Right,
Banishing
right.
Smite.
Damn.
Also, aren't you attached to Toto, right?
True.
I am also attached to Toto, and I don't really want him moving all that much.
Yeah, you can tell that movement would be very painful.
Motherfucker. I had just rolled 1 point higher.
Is it actually 51?
It seems a little higher than 51, just based on
Okay.
the damage you guys have done to it.
Ugh. I still hate it.
Alright, anything
Uh,
else?
No, I have no other way to pump that damage up a little bit more.
Alright, excellent. Nomad, you're wearing plate, right?
I am wearing full plate famously.
Fucking sick. This thing is going to use its legendary to try to attack you.
Stop it. Oh, finally, someone else.
Okay,
23?
okay. I've been real
Okay.
quick question because I've been in
Okay.
the kitchen for a little bit. Do the effects of the banishing smite with that like HP cap or threshold, is that like when it takes that smite or
It's
like
after
the
the
end?
damage is applied.
Okay. I was gonna say like if that had been communicated or like I was gonna try to like use my reaction to do a,
Oh, gotcha.
but
Yeah, nah.
that's way too metagamey.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Gale famously doesn't communicate.
All true.
This is true.
But even without that, like it you couldn't just be like I need him to have like maybe 5 more damage on him before I hit him
Famously
with
not.
this thing. Yeah, like
Right.
right, like I couldn't.
No, it looks like it's probably not quite that close anyway.
Also, shield.
Okay,
I
shield
don't-
stops
How
it.
many
don't wanna
many
get hit.
charges does it have on that?
Just 2 currently, which is, I think, like 3d4 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, that'll bring us to Moat's turn.
Okay, I'm going back to the kitchen.
Good luck.
Okay, you said I can hit this thing from the ground.
Yeah, it's big enough that you don't have to, like, do anything weird.
Cool. Let's just do some attacks then.
21 just hits for 23 points.
God, I'm really like trash tonight. There it is.
Third
There
is
it
gonna
is.
go for 16.
Right, and with 2 more hits, Nordo and Gale. So Nordo, Gale, and Nomad all have conviction. You all get +5 no matter where you are.
I love it.
Sick.
I love your new weapon.
Same.
Alright, anything else?
That should be it.
Okay, excellent. I think this thing is going to swing at Nordo.
Please.
It's going to try.
He doesn't have metal.
I
Swing
don't have
at
a
me.
single metal thing on me.
Your axe.
True.
My axe is metal.
You have your weapon.
And your bracelet.
25?
25 will definitely hit.
All right.
Wait, no, yes, it does.
23 points of slashing, 21 points of psychic. You can cut that in half with a DC 19 int save.
Spoiler alert. I have a -1 10 saves.
I sure hope this does.
So you only have
But I have a +5 from Moat, so there's that.
Yeah.
Hey, that
let's
brings
do
us
it.
to a 22.
All right. There
All right,
is
so
a-
wait,
Sure, go
is it? So wait, hold on. Was it the psychic is halved or none?
ahead. The psychic is halved.
Okay,
so
so
33 total.
Got it.
As this brush sinks in, the first thing you can feel is that these fibers at the tip of the antenna
one
slash
thing
like
you would-
knives. They leave raking, just tiny little slivers where they brush through your skin. But the next thing is, for the moment of contact that this thing makes, your vision flashes. Everything goes dark for a moment, except for all around you, Moat gleaming, Nomad gleaming, Gale and Toto gleaming. Just these bright, trippy, kind of LSD colors. You see gnashing, twisting flesh where there was metal before. And the effect only lasts for a moment. You fight it off. But you can tell that this thing clearly has some psychedelic effects.
Does my
that you
forklift also look really cool?
Nordo could see it from there, and he absolutely thought that it turned into like some sort of a terrible beast. However, that brings
Sick.
it to Ace's turn.
All right, I'm gonna move out here. Does it look like he can see me
From here?
in my darkness?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And in fact, he seems to, like, he's enraged by your presence suddenly, yes.
Okay, so he is like blind sight or something.
He's got some weird shit going on. For sure.
Well, that changes everything, kind of. I guess I'll just go start shooting it. Definitely misses.
16, unfortunately, is no good. Hey, I said it. Likewise.
Damn, these are shit rolls.
17 with commiseration is no good.
Oh wait, can I add that 1d4 to it, or I guess I probably wouldn't
you
make it.
You can try.
Oh,
Nah.
Regrettable.
there, Ace. Regardless.
No, I don't have thesaurus.com open in another window. Why would you ask? Anything else, say?
Woeful.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate the magical force field in my forklift.
Fat, can you try something for me?
Bring it up the
Sure, what would
dome.
you like?
Next time you feel the urge to say something like unfortunate or regrettable, can you just say like, "Oh, bummer, dude"?
Bummer, dude.
I feel like unironically that's what I say when people miss.
Yeah.
I feel like
when I'm
you do
DMing.
say bummer.
The
Like,
problem is there
bummer.
is no urge. It's like completely second nature. That's why it's so hard to break. At the end of your turn, he's going to use one
Hold on.
legendary.
So I'm using my bonus action to activate the resilient sphere of my forklift.
God damn it, Ace.
I don't know how the movement for this works. Since I use my free action to move, can I use the rest of the movement or no? I don't know if I can break up the forklift's
I'll
movement.
say you can break it up like any other movement. That's fine.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna be like, choo, 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 and I'm gonna just move over here.
All right, excellent. And that thing is explicitly invisible, right? The Luke's sphere, the force
Yeah, I
field.
think it's clear.
It just says protective dome. It doesn't really say anything. It says, yeah, it doesn't say.
Protective shimmering dome of magical
Okay,
force.
shimmers.
Okay, not fully invisible.
True, but it's also in darkness, so it can't shimmer. So he can only if he could see it with blind sight.
Fair. Either way, you do move out of its range, and it is going to try to take an opportunity attack, which obviously hits the dome and then does nothing. Which is a goddamn. Okay, that's fine. Didn't waste a crit or anything. All right. At the end of your turn, it is going to use its last legendary on. It almost got through to Nordo. I think it's going to continue on Nordo. 20. I believe, misses.
Well, just miss. It was real close, but because I did the clear cloud piercer thing, it's misses.
All right.
Oh.
Nordo's
A lot of damage, too.
Okay. Well, no reason to get too cute here. I'm just gonna step up and start trying to kill it
Break it.
with my weapon, which is an axe made of metal. Recklessly.
Importantly, I could only move 10 feet with the dome, so I would have probably I would have activated it as I was like leaving his range, if that matters.
That's right. 26 is good. 13 points of slashing.
Falls prone if he can be prone.
Cannot be prone, thankfully.
Alright, we went over this already. Alright. Too many fucking things to deal with. Strength save?
It can fuck that up.
And how?
Wow.
Restrained to the ceiling.
Vines
grow from above, yep.
You know what? It has these, and it's getting low. It's going to legendary resist that. Or,
Oh,
right, it has to add a d6. I forget what you did.
To me, it's just a bunch of junk.
20?
20 is good.
Alright, has to burn 2 on that.
Another strength save.
28 good for another 15, and another strength save. Of all the dumb homebrew that I've done in this campaign, the way that I changed legendary resistances is the best. It's the thing I got the most right.
It is cool.
Let's see, 15 slashing and a strength save. 17 makes it.
Okay, that is my action. Bonus action. I'd like to chomp him. Which isn't an auto crit because he's not restrained.
What does he taste like?
So stupid. I assume it tastes like
Blood and
copper.
metal.
Yeah,
Metal, right?
like
Ooh,
iron.
Good damage. If it were crit.
If it were a crit. 17 points. Because I just
He's
bite a big
dangerously low.
nasty chunk of ooze out of there and stay right there.
I'm so upset that he might not survive till his turn. Nomad.
I've done shit. Here. Advantage. Choosing cold damage. Say advance.
Do you want to do psychic instead?
No.
You sure?
I've been warned not to.
Positive? Oh,
20
oh, you have advantage.
For 9. It's not
22
much
for
damage.
9 points of cold. It's still up.
No, that's me.
Alright, Vasu.
Vasu, it's all you.
Can you
Kill
fuck this
him.
up for 3
Finish
consecutive
it.
attacks, please?
Spoiler alert, even if he does, it's going to take 10d4 damage at the start of my turn. Or start of his turn.
Not if it regenerates first, and it chooses the order that things happen.
That's a good point.
Guys, there's like a doorway down the end of this hallway, and I think it's real interesting.
Fo-
I really
focus,
feel like I should check
focus.
it out. But oh, there's a guy back
I,
here
Jeffrey,
still
think you
alive.
should check that out immediately.
How could you guys leave this enemy alive still? Come on, I'm counting on you. Really letting me down.
Oh my god, importantly, did he
27.
attack Jeffrey's body when I drove past him?
No, I tried to attack the sphere, it looked like.
Okay.
Vasu
Does
comes
it one-
flying back with the 23, pierces this thing, and it splits and drops to the ground.
It's a 27 for whatever.
Oh, 27, yeah. This thing lets out one last horrible shriek, and then releases its grip on the ceiling, falls to the ground with a splat, and lies lifeless.
And I imagine it just curls up like a gross dead spider.
Absolutely. It's terrible to look at and terrible
Huzzah!
to think about.
Before we start investigating, question about this wall.
Yes.
Nomad can see through it, right? So what do we see?
It is very bizarre. Nomad, when you look at this wall, what you see is like a hazy mist. You can tell that there is something supernatural, but it's almost like looking in through the walls of a private sanctum or something along those lines. It appears to just be like a magically protected area to you. Everybody
Yeah,
else
like frosted
sees
glass.
a metal wall. Yeah, kind of like frosted glass, sort of.
I just say it appears like frosted glass, and then he's
I
like,
can see through your eye.
well, then why'd you ask me?
I was asking what you saw because if I asked him what I saw, he would say, yeah.
This is actually incredibly notable and could be literally breaking science for this world. Ace, looking through his eye, you see the same thing as you see through your own eye.
I thought before it was different.
If so, I was wrong, and I
Okay.
will retcon as necessary.
Gotcha.
You did say world breaking, so.
Yeah, even looking through his eyes and through his senses, you see the same metal in both perspectives.
Gotcha.
It is this familiar kind of bluish silvery metal that has strange kind of etchings and markings.
But when
and
he
geometric shapes.
sees through my eyes,
I can't see it.
Correct.
he
He
can
sees
see it.
nothing either way.
Okay.
In other
That's
words,
a retcon.
yeah, if that is retcon, then that is an important retcon. No matter how you look at this metal, what senses you use, even if you were to do like a beast sense or something,
It's supposed to be how your brain processes it.
Yeah, you kind of get the sense that it's something about the way that your brain is processing it, and
That's
not your eye.
interesting. I need to eat immediately. I'm
gonna start looting these bodies.
Yeah, I'm scooping up the material from this beast. By the way, it's made of ooze, right?
It's made of flesh and meat, and it's just this weird aberrant mutant, like something that's.
Why don't you see one of their brains?
Genetic engineering or something. There's probably a brain buried in there somewhere.
You see one of the Mind Flayer brains?
I could. I think I already ate. No, it's been the new whole week. Yeah, I should eat the Mind Flayer.
Oh, but before that, I want to look them over.
Are you sure you don't want to eat this thing's brain?
No.
It sounds like a bad thing since it could do damage psychic.
I do want to collect its like acid though.
Sure. Yeah, give me alchemical tools or worst case like nature or survival. Those would not be as effective.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I don't have that, so I'm gonna use a bonus action to make myself with the alchemy tools. I have a bunch of tools for it already. Authority.
Excellent. You are able to harvest. That is very good. Give me 2d3. Four vials of benoisivoric acid.
Benoisivoric acid.
Also, while you're in there, you do find, 30 is very good. You would probably find this along the way. As you're kind of following these acidic sacs back to whatever weird, aberrant anatomy has been cobbled together by this clearly magically constructed abomination against both God and nature. Sort of a long, unfurling internal proboscis that you believe you could kind of like harvest and potentially even like turn into almost kind of a weapon of sorts.
I have so much shit in my inventory that I haven't used. I have one softball volume of ectoplasm. I have vial of frog ectoplasm.
Yeah, you're definitely one of those people who plays games. It's like, I will need this wooden spoon I found. I'll keep it.
Yeah, essentially, and I try to see what I can do with them.
I feel this though. Really... I am absolutely a hoarder in these sorts of things.
Yeah, I used the virulent. I removed that from my inventory.
That's true. It's almost everything has come back eventually.
Eventually, I'll use all of these eventually.
Yeah. Can I search these bodies?
You can. Give me an investigation check.
Ferrocorrosive
proboscis. Interesting. What is this?
Minimum of 24.
With a 24, you begin.
Wait, hold on. Wait. 25.
Ooh.
25 bumps you a tier. With a 25, you find that these are both kind of rank and file mind flayers. They didn't appear to have anything super surprising. What is unusual to you? Well, how would you know that with a 25 investigation?
Because they're my greater favorite enemy?
They are. This is your greater favorite enemy. This is like a weird thing to notice, but you would notice on a 25 against your greater favorite enemy. Their beak mouths are a little dried out, as if they had been speaking out loud with their weird mouths instead of telepathically.
Oh, they probably couldn't connect telepathically with this creature without taking damage. They had to speak to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Seems like a very reasonable conclusion. You would also know, because these are your greater favorite enemy, most mind flayers have detect thoughts up at all time, and can sense the presence of intelligent minds within 30 feet of them.
Gotcha. So they had it closed. Otherwise, they would have detected you when you were close.
Apart from that, they are each wearing kind of chainmail. These black robes that you found a couple times, not the cult robes.
And the chainmail didn't draw the attention of this guy.
Actually, that's an incredibly good point. They are not wearing chainmail. They are just wearing cloaks. That's a very good point. What else? What else would you know? You can see that this weird material on the door has been kind of nibbled and transformed, much the same as Gale and Toto currently are. You do see, by the way, over the course of this investigation, after about a minute or so, these barbs and hooks begin to curl back into place on everything that is magical, which includes Toto. It includes your gun. I believe... Does that include your leg? Is your leg magical in any way?
No.
Gale's leg continues to remain hooked.
Can we mend it back?
Theoretically, yeah. Over some time, you could probably do that.
Do I sense that there was like an office romance between these two?
Not from their corpses. You're not able to tell.
They're not like reaching out for each other.
No, they don't have like secret handholds or like a note to each other or anything like that.
I think we've mentioned this before, but eating mind flayer brains for me, that's like eating humans for other humans, and that could give me protein.
Yeah, there's the risk of prion disease. Again, it's rare, but it's so bad that the rarity is like still dissuasive or not dissuasive enough. You could do it in a pinch. In survival situations, it is possible to eat another mind flayer's brain, but
that's how you become an elder brain.
You wouldn't want to do it if you didn't absolutely have to.
Yeah, elder brains eat mind flayers, though. I know this for sure.
Exactly. So if a mind flayer eats enough mind flayers, they become an elder brain.
Yeah, I don't want
Simple
to
math.
I don't want to become an elder brain though. I could do the speak with dead thing and ask them questions.
I don't think they'd answer.
Oh no, they will. Mine's special.
Oh. Can we look at these doors while he does that then? Also, it's getting pretty late.
It is. We got to wrap up real soon. There is just one door at the end of this hallway. It looks to be just kind of a heavy metal door. There's nothing special about it. It doesn't give any magic when Vasu looks at it with his special eyes.
Is it locked?
Handle seems to turn.
I'm going to crack it open and peek inside.
All right, give me a stealth check. You crack it open, peek inside with a 33, and what you find is a somewhat familiar sight, or a handful of familiar sights.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah, we're not ready for that.
I'm ready
Hey,
for
it's
it.
Legion.
Chamber.
I'm just gonna close the door.
Chamber with some liquid along the ground, a ramp leading down into it. At the center of it, an Elbrot mine. Looming over it, inside of this bizarre machine, Legion, with his hand kind of placed around it as if drawing power or trying to siphon through it. Around him, a shimmering dome of magical force, and a wire, some sort of magical apparatus that leads out towards the wall to the north.
He has all the Chaos Emeralds.
How come he has all the Chaos Emeralds already? I have to actually work for them!
He immediately senses your presence, and it seems almost like he knew even beforehand. Doesn't move, doesn't turn, doesn't look, but you do hear a mind that says, "You are far too late. These two will be mine."
I'll come back later. I just closed the door.
All right, excellent. And I think that's probably where we'll leave off for tonight.
Perfect.
Which two is he talking about?
This Elbart mind.
I
Presumably,
think it was these two, like these also.
right. These also will be mine.
These as well are
He,
mine.
he
Gotcha.
leaves it ambiguous. He's he's content to confuse you guys.
These unfortunately will be mine.
These
two,
two, unfortunately.
With my commiserations. Sorry.
How did he? Question. How the hell
It
did
is
he
with
fit?
the deepest regrets that I inform you that I will be taking these into my company as well.
How the hell did he fit through a pass through wall? He's too big.
14-foot ceilings.
He's too big.
Yeah, but look at this. There is not.
He's
Look at him.
gargantuan, fact.
This door, look at this
He didn't
door.
go through the door. He went through a hole in the wall on the side.
This door,
That is a limit of 10 feet.
pass wall is, I think, only 5 feet wall, but if it's 10 feet, that's even better. Do you have 10 feet is a garage door?
No, I meant more like this wall is 10 feet. I have no idea how big past the wall is.
10 feet is like a garage door. 10 feet is huge.
Guys, Gale's got no leg.
Yeah, Gale, by the way, is
Yeah.
back here with shears, like snipping barbs out that are like bleeding, cutting into his thighs.
Do you want to borrow my forklift? You don't even have to. You don't even need your leg.
I'll ride Toto, but just for next session, keep me honest and remind me that I don't have a leg.
Yeah. Can I mend?
Can I have it?
No. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
can
fix
we
it
just-
later.
Can we just mend the leg?
Can I have it?
No.
What do you mean, no?
It's not damaged.
It looks really damaged.
Well, it's damaged now because I cut it, but it's...
Yeah. Also, Feck literally said we could.
It is certainly possible that you could try to mend it back. The issue is that there are hundreds of these. It would take time, is what I'm getting at.
By
Right.
mending, I mean the mending spell.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Bending takes a minute.
It's
It's an
Per-
action.
No.
Actually.
With the evolving cantrips, I think it is an action. The problem is it is an action per break or tear, and there are hundreds of these barbs and hooks that have.
Actually, because it's better now, it affects multiple.
It might be sped up, but I'll take a
refuse to play by fix
look. That's
rules.
fair.
I'm sorry, we play by Feck's rules.
Nobody, for the record, if he prefers to do this for story reasons, I will absolutely come up with a reason why it doesn't work.
Yeah. Let's just ignore all your rules.
Ace, what's up?
When I was closing the door, can I just went ahead and move my hunter's mark to him as I was closing the door?
You attempt to, and it doesn't seem to transfer through.
What does that even mean?
Magical effects. It seems that something prevents the magical effect from reaching him.
So does this mean Sayura was on board with the Elbrot mines the whole time?
Sayura?
The god who's consecrated this ground?
Oh, maybe.
Weird and wild stuff.
We have
What-
so many questions.
What might prevent?
I'm going to leave this up, and I'm going to eat my muscati.
What might prevent a something? What might prevent my hunter's mark from reaching something, other than an anti-magic field?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Be like...
Can I also ask my boy who knows things?
Yeah, you can join in.
Sure.
I'm not very good at this, so you have to do it.
All right, good night. Yeah, we're wrapping up here.
Yep, I'm about to.
Oh, man,
I'll
I
see
meant-
y'all next time.
Can you reopen that thing? I accidentally minimized it and it vanished forever.
That one?
Yeah.
Here's the link to it so you can open another tab. I have so many
Yeah, I'll
tabs.
paste it over there too. 19 is enough. You would know that, like, even Autolukes, like, there are several magical effects that just prevent other magical effects from going through them. There is Globe of Invulnerability, even Autolukes, Wall of Force, Anti-Magic Field, a number of magical protective spells.
It's a little blurred. How much HP did it have left?
104.
Oh, that's a lot, actually.
Yeah, it was not quite as close as you thought,
Wasn't even enough.
but I did promise to screenshot it.